And we're live talking about armor. Armor is fantastic, and everyone should get real armor and not the crap that they talk about in D&D, because evidently none of it was real. But welcome in to another Hit Points Not Required charity one-shot. We have an interesting tale for you this evening. I'm sure it will be fantastic. I'm sure it will be amazing. I am sure there will be no characters thrown at other characters for any purposes whatsoever. However, before we start, we really should introduce who the heck we are that's going to be telling this story to you. So we will start back for his second stint as a tale weaver, not seen since our very first broadcast. The man with the keys to our castle, Rook Vellum.
Oh shit, that's me. Hey, I am Rook, and I am here for the first time since the premiere.
Thank you, Rook.
Hell yeah.
Next to Rook, ever the card up our sleeve, it's Owen J. Ace.
Hello, I'm Owen J. Ace, as you just heard, or at Ace of Squares on all social medias. Happy to be here. Let's play.
Happily happy?
Yeah,
Happily,
yeah.
happy, happy.
Happily happy to be here, as they say. That's my catchphrase.
They do say that all the time.
Yeah,
It is
famously.
now. We've got
I'm saying that all the time.
Next, we have vying for the title of Best Dressed Cast Member. Say hi, Vi.
Hi, Vi. Excited to be here.
Fantastic. Me, I'm the weirdo in the corner that's just trying to get some chuckles. Yeah, not even a groan. I get it. It's all right. It's
We're
fine.
used to it.
We're just going to move on. Right below me, my doppelganger from across the pond, Lord Wainwright.
Yes, I'm Wainwright, the other weirdo in the other corner.
Indeed, that's the way we like to roll. And finally, still reigning as our absolute favorite shade of purple, Violet.
Hello, I am Violet, and that is all I have to say about it.
Indeed, nothing more needs to be said. It is very apparent. It is right there. And we are, like I said, really excited to bring a story to life this evening. It is going to be a fantastic tale of whatever it is. I'm not really sure yet, but it will be amazing. But we don't do it just to tell the stories that we love to tell. We do it for a good cause. And Violet, can you tell us more about this month's cause?
Yes, we are currently fundraising for Point of Pride, a nonprofit that serves the trans community in the US and internationally by providing access to gender-affirming healthcare. Their services include free telehealth programs for people seeking hormone therapy, support packages of free binders and shapewear, as well as funding for surgery, electrolysis, and other gender-affirming procedures. As the political climate makes this kind of care increasingly difficult to access, please help us help them by donating what you can.
Please do give what you can. And in the meantime, we are going to go right into our story. Rook.
Oh shit. I was supposed to prepare something?
All right, next week on
Next
Hit
week
Points
on
Not
Hit Points
Required.
Not Required. So our story tonight takes place in a town probably most of us are fairly familiar with, Baldur's Gate. As the camera kind of pans over the frozen landscape, inching its way ever closer to the coast, you can see the frozen over Chionthar River and the outskirts, the lower city, if you will, of Baldur's Gate. This is not the Baldur's Gate of Larian modern-day lore, however. This is many, many years before the events of any of the Baldur's Gate video games took place. And right now, the lower city is very much makeshift buildings, if you will. It's the kind of the stopping point along the tradeway from to Waterdeep. And most of the buildings are wooden lean-tos. There's some slightly more structured stables and the like, but many of the markets are just stalls, small wooden stalls and things like that. It's very much where caravans come, re-outfit, resupply, re-equip, and then move along. Standing against those that wooden backdrop, that temporary housing, if you will, are a few inns that might be used. They're smallish. There's probably a bathhouse as well. And only 2 large stone buildings, 2 permanent structures, if you will, outside the walls of Baldur's Gate. One is a massive guild hall, kind of setting right up on that caravan stoppage. The Flaming Fist in all of their might. Massive, massive, massive mercenary guild, some 10,000 strong at this point in time. And of course, this is just their auxiliary guild hall, but it's what they use to protect the caravans as they stop to re-equip here at Baldur's Gate. And then smaller, but still, a modestly good-sized building, probably 4 floors high, is the stone tower of the Dauntless Guild. And as we open up here, I think Sir Slate, I think out on the snow-covered city streets of the lower city here, I think you were out preparing for a meal for the evening and gathering supplies for our veteran who had supported you to join the guild. What does that look like? Tell me what we see.
So Slate is a very imposing figure and quite easy to spot. I mean, he's bigger than a door. He stands at a nice and subtle 7'10", gray stone steel skin, sort of silver metallic eyes, these sort of dark, sort of cobalt blue kind of markings across his skin, completely bald, with a very short, slight rugged beard. He's wearing a set of splint armor with big fur all over it, white fur all over him, and winter clothes to keep himself warm. He has a shield, a flail, a greatsword on his back, a massive backpack, and a full keg barrel on his back as well, just filled with things. And for those who don't, the armor kind of looks like the Faram set from Dark Souls, is what he was inspired by, that sort of turquoise cyan color of the clothes underneath. Bit muted, bit gray, bit worn, clearly quite old. He's had it a very long time. And you would see him leaning against a post as he's just made a fire. He's very happy with himself. And as he leans against it, his massive weight just cracks it and he falls into the snow.
A couple of people nearby, a couple of half-elves, twins actually. You can see that they're wearing the red cloaks of the Flaming Fist, and they look over at you and just kind of laugh. Point. One of them mutters something. You think it might have been donkey. You're not really sure exactly what they were referring to, but they're definitely looking in your direction and laughing.
He'll stand up, dust himself off a little bit from the snow, and he'll scowl at them. Say it closer, little man.
Yeah, no. They turn and kind of just walk away.
That's what I thought.
All right. While this is kind of going on, you can hear, as you're making your way back to the guild hall, Slate, you can hear a thunderous laughter erupting from somewhere upstairs, probably on the 4th floor of this stone building. And you can see there's a bit of smoke billowing out of the window of that room, and kind of a fairly large, wide as opposed to high, figure looming in that window. And Vi, as we swing your direction, You're in the room upstairs with Togger, one of the original founding members of Dauntless as well, who has supported you for membership. He's a dwarven drinker, and you two have become very good friends as of late. Tell us who is in there smoking and drinking with Togger at the moment.
Of course, you see Brandy, who's always has his brand of whiskey on him. The whiskey's name is Brandy. And he pulls out from his bag another bottle and says, "Well, can't believe you love it so much. It's hard to sell any these days."
Well, that's because it tastes like shit, but it's fantastic. It gets you drunk real quick.
That's why I was saying it don't matter the taste. It just matters if he gets you there, you know?
That's what I agree.
Damn.
I agree.
Uh-huh. God.
If you're looking for flavor, you should try the pipe. You know what I mean?
Hey, yeah. As I hold out my hand to take a whiff. Oh, yes. Well, I can't be thankful enough for getting me here.
Oh, yeah.
What's
It's y'all's big day, right?
That's what I hear.
Yeah. Well, from what I've heard, everyone's paid their dues. You all are, I guess welcome.
Mm-hmm.
But
and I
fuck
forgot
all that.
to mention,
That's a couple hours away yet.
Brandy is a 3-foot tall herringon, white hair, and has studded leather, but the studs are just for show.
So we hear.
Yes.
Studded armor wasn't real. I'll die on this hill.
Behind the scenes with hit points not required.
The fake armor discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. And again, Slate, you swing the door open. You've got a full pig under one arm, ready to be put over a spittoon, and some root vegetables kind of sticking up out of the barrel in the back there with all your other stuff. And you make your way to the kitchen, and you can see as you're making your way that over in kind of the dining hall, office space, conference room, whatever you might call that, off of kind of the main area of this guild hall here, you can see another herringon seemingly being admonished by a tall human man in a breastplate. And as you walk in, and like that conversation is clearly not meant for your ears, as Etwin, the human who founded Dauntless, pushes the door shut and then spins back to Atticus.
Yes, Atticus, you see yet another 3-foot tall herringon with sort of sooty gray fur, a black cloak over dark leathers. He has a very functional studded leather armor, each stud capable of stopping a blade. Very real and practical. But he sort of waves off the words as he's being sort of admonished and says, "Spare me your sermons, Paladin. I did not come here for lectures."
And what exactly did you think you're going to find here, son?
Infamy, the start of my empire.
Villainy,
My
wretchedness.
wretchedness follows me, Paladin. This arrangement, this alliance, is simply a means to an end. Soon, all will kneel to me. The flaming fists, the people of this city, all of Baldur's Gate. Yes, I can see it now.
Soon, eh?
Oh, very soon. 3 feet tall.
Yeah,
Just
about
rem-
yay big.
just
This
remember-
little fucking rabbit.
Just remember not to let that ambition take all of you. Use it to propel yourself forward. Don't be consumed by it.
I choose what will and will not consume me.
Indeed. Indeed. If you're looking for consumption right away before the festivities begin, I believe Togger and Brandy are upstairs.
Very well.
I love Atticus. Atticus is badass, we say.
No. Bounce over to get some
right.
drink.
And then as I guess the runes around you begin to fade, Cletus, you find yourself having just been whisked from your mountain home and lying in the snow, seeing the runes recede beneath the snow again once the colors start to fade of the teleportation circle that you've just transgressed. And you're standing there, and a elven woman is holding your hand, and kind of just gestures at one of the large stone buildings in the distance. Happy to have you here, Cletus.
Well, howdy! Look at this up yonder in the big city. I know. I bet you nobody's expecting a rock gnome from the holler in my Oshkosh bagosh overalls and straw hat and everything up in here. But you know, Mama told me to grab the big mallet. You know, the one we pound the fence posts in with. You know, it's really just a tree trunk. And we just like the outside here. Look, see the outside of it here still got the bark and everything. And we carved it down so I can hold it like this. Whoo-wee. Somebody gonna have to be making some fences around here, I guess. I can get back home lickety split because, you know, Mama says go somewhere and I jump. I don't even ask how high.
Your mother and I are very good friends, and she assures me you're the brightest of all of her sons.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't want cousin or the other cousin. They're back watching the sheep and all. I'll pound those fence posts in. We'll get this the sucker set up just right. Where are we going to put it?
Well, we won't need any fence today. However, I'm excited to see exactly what you can do with that mallet.
Put fence posts in?
Perhaps when we get back to the guild hall, you could work on some of the stable doors that are in need of repair.
Oh, I could do that. I can repair stuff. That's good. We'll make it all hunky-dory.
That would be fantastic. You'll certainly be a welcome addition to the guild.
Well, great. I hope there's people of my height in here. You know, it's not easy being 3 feet tall.
It certainly is not. Although you'll find it far more common than you think. And as the two of them begin to make their way towards the guild hall, the camera will pass. We'll see the sun rising and starting to fall again in the sky. And Sir Slate, you and Sissy are back chopping carrots and tomatoes, onions, and preparing an array of vegetable medley and root vegetables to go with this pig, which has been.
I imagine he's got the small vegetables. I've got the big ingredients. We're cutting them at the same time on one slightly larger chopping board than the other.
It's ironically, it's a great sight because the halfling chef that is standing there next to this massive Goliath, and more or less just bossing him around. Get this, do that.
And Slate listens to everything that he says.
Check the spit.
I didn't
Check
realize
the
I was
spit.
surrounded by so many tiny people.
But then you are dismissed to go get yourself prepared. After all, this is your initiation this evening into the guild as well. And he would be remiss to keep you in the kitchen all day. And so he does send you away, and the four of you will kind of make your way individually to the conference room and begin to get ready for dinner.
Do they have any bigger chairs in here?
We certainly can take care of that for you.
Thank you. If not, I can sit on my barrel.
Indeed, indeed.
He just looks at rabbits and tiny creatures entering the room like, what the fuck is going on?
Ironically, there's not a ton of small chairs either. So everything seems to
At
be
least we have a common
missized.
plight.
Yeah. Wow.
It's one of those things where Lily kind of looks around the room, and she had brought one small chair in for Cletus, thinking ahead for him, and then looks around the room and is like, shit. I'll be right back. And kind of like this
get those
massive
booster
lounge
seats.
chair for other people, which is more like a stool for you, Slate, is brought in from the main room there. From in front of the fireplace, this huge chairs brought in, and some smaller benches are brought in to accommodate the other little folk in the room. But I will
The
leave
bench
it,
on top of a pile of books.
I will leave it to you all to introduce yourselves to one another or what have you. Brandy, do you bring any refreshments down?
Of
for folks?
course. I bring 10 tiny bottles of whiskey in.
Airplane bottles?
Yes, they're normal size for me, to be clear.
Same here.
Like a 6-pack of them this big.
As I start, only the greatest brand whiskey around. Who wants one?
Oh,
You have one
I
that's
never
not
had
meant for
You've never
children.
had it. Well, this is the best quality you can have. As I give Cletus a bottle.
Brandy brand whiskey, you say?
Yes.
I'm like holding it curiously, like in a mage hand, as I like float it over to me.
It is absolutely
Whimsical.
the worst thing you'll ever taste.
I ain't never had brandy, no, but it tastes just like the shine from down in the holler. So I don't know. Maybe they make brandy there too.
I am confused. This is clearly whiskey.
What? Yes.
Do you have any
it
that's
is.
not a sample size?
I turn around and I bring out another one. This is not the sample size. As it's the same size as I gave you.
I will make do.
And he'll just shot both of them. It makes one shot for him.
Yeah.
It's to be fair, it will get you there real quick, but not you, of course, Slade. But for the
I have a
others,
lot of blood.
it will get you there quick, but it's pretty awful.
This tastes like pig swill rinsed through a gutter.
Oh no, I've had that before, and this tastes much more like moonshine.
That is the greatest compliment I've ever had on this whiskey.
Where do
Thank
the
you.
Dauntless find such ne'er-do-wells?
Oh, I'm from back in the holler. This is my first time in the big city. Is it always like this?
Yes.
He just glares at him and he takes another tiny bottle from brandy. He still drinks it. Tastes like shit, but he'll still drink it. There's nothing else going.
Name's Cletus. You're a big fella. You know.
I am Sir Slate of Lokag.
And he'll put a giant hand out to you. You shake one of his fingers.
You would be great to have if we are going to have to put in them fence posts. You could just Simba old Cletus, and I can put the fence post right in.
It is usually my task to remove them. But if that is what the Dauntless require of me, That's
I
not what
didn't
they
know.
require of me, right?
I have the same question. I did not come here to raise fence posts.
I came to make gold.
And he's gonna hit his fist on the table.
Gold fence post?
It like launches me a little bit in the air. I will turn to is Edwin here? Like the paladin are all like our sponsors here too?
Not yet. No, they're not in the room right now.
No, okay.
Yeah.
What are we eating?
A mixture of root vegetables prepared by myself and by Sissy. We have a full suckling roast on the way. It should wash out the taste of this swill.
Well, root vegetables are the best.
And
Who
with
let him in here?
With that, Edwin will make his way into the room and sit at the head of the table. And you can see that he's just looking out the window, apparently irritated, and looks to each of you in turn, gives you each a nod. And, well, have you introduced yourselves to one another, gotten to know one another yet?
Oh, sorry. Cletus. I'm just going to go around and shake everybody's hand.
I will shake your hand with a mage hand as I'm like brooding on the table.
That's really cool. Other cousin does that too.
Do you struggle to reach him? Do you need me to help you?
I think he does.
Gonna reach a massive hand out and I'm gonna grab him and just lift him up and move him over to Cletus, let him shake his hand and then just put him back down on the bench.
I'm sorry if I have disturbed your fare.
I think I need some help too. That seems like a fun time.
Can I smell him first? He doesn't seem as clean as Atticus, so I want to smell him.
I lift up my armpits. And get
Does he stank?
Get in there.
Yeah, very.
I'm gonna put a hand out. I'm just gonna grab him by his ears and lift him instead.
This is okay. Hi, Cletus. I'm Brandy.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You make a right fine brandy, I guess it is.
It's a whiskey. It's brandy brand whiskey. Brandy whiskey.
Brandy's brand?
Brandy's brand brandy whiskey.
Pleasantries have been completed.
I will.
And he's gonna point at the one with the dark clothes on at the other end that's not said much to us.
Yeah, I will jump fully onto the table and like make a magical sort of like puff of smoke. Go, enough. I am Atticus Nefero. Learn the name well, for soon I will rule all you survey. And like turn out the window. What's outside the window right now? I didn't check.
Snow.
As you swing your hand around behind, you can see the upper city of Baldur's Gate kind of in the window there, and your hand just pans as deadpan and as much as you would want it to, just pans directly to Baldur, Wormrock in the keep of Baldur's Gate, and sits just perfectly right over the walls, and it's just picturesque.
Glad it wasn't like just like a pig farm or something.
That's where we butcher the pigs.
Yeah. Well, that will be mine as well. Edwin, are these the minions you give me for this mission? This coterie of misfits?
Yes.
I do not enjoy the term minion, but if you're willing to pay gold, I do not mind.
You did read the charter. You are all equals. You do understand that, right, Atticus? At least for the time being.
He points at all the tiny people in the room. As he said, just laughs and points at each one of them.
I think Atticus is also laughing in a very like super villain.
We both do the same thing, but we're so busy laughing with our eyes closed, we don't notice that we're laughing at each other.
I think you're laughing for the same reason that I'm laughing.
Yeah, so do I.
Yes, equals.
Just gonna lean over to Brandy. He looks fit to be tied. Is he a Larkin?
I don't know. Maybe he's like a property investor. He said he wants it his. Like maybe he's gonna invest in some property. I don't know about this city though. I think the property values are pretty high.
Yeah, the biggest city I ever seen.
I know. Well, it's second, but it's big. It's up there.
And at this point in time, Lily and Sissy will both be walking in with large platters of food. Lily will be carrying a full pig and placing it on, a platter in the middle of the table. The other bowls of foods are kind of balanced on Sissy's tiny arms as she brings them forward and places kind of the rest of the meal there. A large cask of wine is hauled in behind them by Togger. He kind of sits it over on a stand, and he just looks to Etwin and rolls his eyes. Every year, it's wine, every year. And every year, fucking Eric is late again. Every single year. Doesn't he know we're all starving? Gentlemen, aren't you all starving?
I think you owe a gold to the swear jar.
I hunger.
Fuck! And he walks out. And he walks out to the mantle above the fireplace, and you just hear ting, ting. He
How
walks
big is
back
the swear
in.
jar right now?
The swear jar is mighty full. Mighty, mighty full.
It's the primary funding for the guild.
But he walks back in. He's got like a plate of goblets. They're probably made of iron or something, I suppose. They're not glass. But he brings these goblets out, pours wine for everyone, and then sits down himself. Pours everyone a glass of wine. Lily will leave again as well. Come back with a large scroll of some sort, probably 2 foot by 4 foot or so, after she begins to unroll it in front of Etwin. And clouds will coalesce in the sky outside the window, and it will almost appear dark in the middle of the afternoon here. You'll hear a low rumbling of thunder, and then Atticus, right where you had pointed that all would rule to be yours, almost in that exact same place. You kind of see the clouds begin to form more and more solid, and then this black hole open up, and you will see ghostly horses pulling a phantasmal chariot just kind of pull out, and a banshee's wail as they exit this hole and kind of just ride the air down into the snow and stop right outside the doors of Dauntless. Sorry. And who's the first to exit the carriage?
As this very intimidating looking carriage pulls up, hopping out is a tiefling, a pale white tiefling, jet black hair, sort of softly curled and black horns swooping out from the hair, wearing many layers because it is cold, but layers all black of many flouncy black skirts that kind of floof up as she hops out of the carriage. She just kind of like spins around, tries to take in her surroundings as she waits for someone to show her where the hell to go. And looks back at the carriage.
Stepping out behind her is a tall human woman, long red hair, wearing black leathers that are tightly bound around her body. And she has this nasty, nasty looking morning star that's not really hefty, but long and slender, but still spiked and barbed at the end across her back. She exits first and opens the door for you to the guild hall, D. And then behind her is another man, a very slender, half-elven man with gaunt, taut, kind of pasty skin, black hair straightened straight, kind of hair, the swoop, kind of a slight swoop to the back, right? Anime looking hairstyle. And
Oh, we have arrived at our destination.
he walks out, and as he does, like these banshees that were pulling the carriage bow in reverence to him before the whole thing disappears in a wisp of smoke. Sun comes back out, and he just rolls his eyes at it as he walks into the guild hall himself.
I could have had a banshee carriage also.
I just didn't want one.
Someday I will.
Let me know when you do.
Would they be full-size banshees, or are they going to be like miniature banshees? And is it a smaller carriage?
The largest
need
banshees
your
you've ever
largest.
seen.
You, Atticus, are a man of strong mind.
This one understands.
If you're going to get something, only get the biggest.
Yes.
Do not take that out of context.
Too late.
So as these three figures walk in, D, you've got like a small satchel that's been given to you, a leather satchel filled with some things. As she kind of sits down and sits at the table, it will clink a little bit, sounds of glass clearly inside of it as she sits it down and takes her seat.
Which is the right size for me.
What's that?
I'm the only one
Yes.
the right size for the
You're the only one with the
Must be
Goldilocks-sized mama
Why do they
bear
cater
chair
for
that
one
actually-
person, but
Yeah.
not 5?
That's privilege.
Check yourself.
Eric will walk over and clasp Lily's hand, shake it, clasp Togger's hand, shake it, clasp Sissy's hand, shake it, and then walk over to Etwin, does the same, and then leans in and whispers something into his ear. And then he stands and says, I apologize to all of you. I am Eric McDougall. I run the Cormier arm of Dauntless. If you are ever over that way, that guild hall is at your disposal as well. Keep that in mind. I have business to attend to. I am sorry that I cannot stay for the festivities, but you should all know that D will be my sponsor for this year's new wing.
Howdy! I'm Cletus.
Hello.
And then he takes the woman's hand who has not been introduced, and another like black portal opens behind them, and these wispy, wraithly arms grab them and pull them back into this abyss-looking hole, and then it dissipates.
I'm a warn me, city folk are weird.
As I sit down, I kind of like clonk the bag that I have onto the table next to me, and then I pull out from my other bag, my own personal bag that I have with me, just like a black leather-bound book, and just not mindful of what anyone else is doing, just start writing in my little book. Like, obviously looking around at everyone on the table and writing in my book. Like, it is not subtle that I am writing about
Judging.
Slade's doing the same. He just doesn't write about it. You can just see him looking.
Atticus will sort of like look over and be like, ATTICUS. Remember it well.
that's very useful, actually. Thank you.
Slate,
Yes.
like the rock.
It's like, okay. Writes it right out better.
And I'm Brandy, like Brandy.
Mhm.
Like the whiskey Brandy.
Do not drink his
Brandy's
swill.
Yeah, I am so glad you know about it. I knew all that walking around and giving out free samples was worth it.
I'm gonna taste the wine in the goblet, and then quickly prestidigitate it to taste like Brandy's whiskey. That's whiskey, not brandy.
Oh my goodness, that's awful. That's brutal right there.
When they say pick your poison, they do not mean actually poison yourself.
All right. Well, gentlemen and lady, congratulations. You have all paid your dues and are set to become the next wing of Dauntless. I assume that you've all read over the contracts, the rules that each wing does provide. You have not.
Mama just said come.
I pull out of my bag duplicate copies of the contract.
Take one and pass it down.
Oh, I definitely read it. Definitely did not.
Do you not always get everything in triplicate?
Well, the guild here is responsible, or at least partially responsible, for finding leads for you, if you will. In return, you're to provide 500 gold as a group per year to the guild's coffers. Additional gold may be provided, as Togger has just shown, to the swear jar outside.
Make a note of that. I'm like amending the contract to write that in.
In exchange, the guild also provides housing, both here and, as Eric mentioned, in Cormier. In addition, you will find discounted rates on any accoutrement that you may need to purchase in order to do your jobs. The most important rule is, yes, Cletus.
What's an accoutrement?
Any gear.
An aperitif. Any extras. Small bits you might need on the side. He's got someone just leaning over him.
Yeah,
The most
like ranch
menacing way to say
dressing,
that.
you know?
Oh,
Indeed.
why don't they just say
He
condom?
doesn't do friendly.
Why don't we just say condiments?
I require no discount for ranch dressing.
The only other rule that your wing is expected to follow at all times is the practice of noblesse oblige. Are you familiar with that term, Cletus?
Hell no. Oh, sorry. I go and put something in the swear jar.
You'll
I'm gonna
see
lean
that it's
over
quite
him once
full
more.
already.
I'm going to lean over him once more. It means to those who are granted privilege must use it for good. Those who have privilege have responsibility. With title comes honor, and with honor comes duty.
You see,
Do you understand?
Talk weird.
You know, some of us have height privilege here, so gotta honor that. As I look at D.
I look down on you.
In my life.
That's all he says. Not going to clarify what it means.
In addition, any other tenets that your wing of the guild wishes to set for yourselves, that will be done by a democratic vote. Each of you will have an equal say in any other tenets that need to be added to your particular company's discipline. Is that clear
Understood.
to everyone?
Yes.
Cletus.
You mean like if
You might have to write it down for this one.
And what tenets would you have us abide by? I do agree to your pact, Guildmaster, but the details of your minutiae, what would you have us do?
You mean if you were to create others on your own?
As we adventure on your behalf, must we conduct ourselves as this one does, like gesturing to the paladin? Paragons of good.
Paragons of honor. I think good is not necessarily the term I would use. But you should conduct yourself, as Sir Slate has stated, people of station are expected to help people that are not of station. It would be beneath us to walk around and ignore those that are in need or those that you're going to become very wealthy very quickly as adventurers, or you'll become very dead as a wing.
But there's a lot more beneath him and just to Sorcerer Slate than there is to us.
I have struggled with this problem much in my life.
So if I'm to understand right, if we want to add a tenant and 3 of the 5 of us agree, it's a rule.
That's correct.
I propose a rule that if Atticus talks about domination, he add to the swear jar.
Nay.
I am thumbs down. I have 3 times the thumb they do. Do I have a bigger vote?
You do not.
Worth a shot.
Domination is one of the only things worth talking about.
It makes money.
I think I see your point, and while it could be an excellent source of funding, I think I'd rather know what Atticus' ideas about domination are than have them keep those to himself.
Damn.
What
You're right.
What kind of domination are we talking about?
Perhaps
Well, if we don't let him
should
talk
make
about it, we'll never know.
brandy. Perhaps we should make brandy supply us with coin every time they force us to drink their swill.
Oh, thumbs down.
It is safe to assume I am one of the few of higher station here, then. I will help you, Cletus, as is noblest oblige.
Oh, much obliged.
Shit. Much obliged. Much obliged. With that, the charter will be sent around for everyone to add their signature to. Those of you who take a rough or quick count will note that there's probably 75, 80 signatures on this charter already. You're adding your names to a list. Does anyone not want to sign?
I will definitely sign it, but even though I've seen it before, I will read the entire thing thoroughly before I sign it again, including all the other names.
So
I do not read it. I sign it Slate Locag of the tribe of the Isles of Gundalen, and I fill up like 4 lines, and I write it bigger than everyone else's as well. And then I write it again in giant.
I find these terms agreeable. I will sign it, but like squeeze it in like on top of Slate's, so that it's higher on the paper.
Brandy will also sign it.
Yeah, I'm not even going to read. Mama said I was supposed to be here. This is what I'm doing.
He just writes "Mama."
The only thing he knows how to spell is mama.
That's all.
Yeah.
So.
That's great.
Your mom's in the guild now.
Dinner will ensue. It's quite the feast. It's very good. Even though it's just root vegetables for sides, like they're very well seasoned, very tasty. And Sir Slate, you are now knowing exactly why it was that you were asked to chop things into very, very small portions.
They might as well be children.
Well, there's plenty to eat. They're just very small bites, right? Very small bites.
Exactly. Look at them. The tiny hands.
I'm eating a carrot, which is not helping my image.
And
At least it's not rabbit stew.
as
They wield
dinner
like I would a short sword.
as dinner comes to a close, Etwin will look to all of you and he will say, "So, there has been to the north. The tradeway has been ravaged the last few weeks by orcs. A number of caravans have reported losses in both life and goods. And as such, the Council of Baldur's Gate has taken it upon themselves to place a bounty on orcish ears. A bounty of 12 gold per ear."
Oh, daddy like. Give me some orcs.
So you should know that edict came down earlier today. And I would suggest as such, I believe it's probably a 4 to 5 day journey to the north towards the Trollclaw Hills. Is a roundabout where these shenanigans seem to have been going down. However, it is, of course, as is such with ears, and anyone who's ever done any bounty before, of course you would know that it's only right ears that count.
And why don't they put bounty on the right ear? Why do they say bounty on the ears?
Because it's right.
Because those of us that have been doing this a while know it's implied that it's just the right ear. I have been told that the Fist are sending a group tomorrow morning. You may or may not decide that it would do you well to head out in advance. That's totally up to you.
We should do so as soon as we can. Those pitiful cretins should not steal our opportunity.
Yes.
I concur.
The glory will be ours.
What's the cretin?
Much like yourself, Cletus, actually.
The chemistry is undeniable with this group already. It's clear why these 5 were chosen to band together. By these,
So, like, these are the
upper
assholes and
echelons.
the idiots. We'll put them together.
Yes. We shall visit terror upon these orcs, and they shall transgress no further. In terms of transportation, will the guild be providing some sort of, I don't know, banshee carriage or something like this?
Would be sick.
It would.
It would be pretty tight.
I worry that if we had a banshee carriage, it might scare away all the orcs when it got there.
They should fear us.
Then we descend upon.
Yes.
I'm afraid that we are light on banshee carriages at the moment. I believe that is one of Eric's personal spells. However, as you grow in power and influence, he may very well be willing to share such magics with you, Atticus.
Soon then.
We'll always know when Atticus is coming to dominate. There'll be banshees.
Just
Yeah.
screaming.
Soon.
And with that, I think that's a good place for us to take our first break.
Amazing.
All right, we will be back here very shortly, everyone, to decide where we go from here.
Yeah.
Give me more brandy, whiskey, brandy.
Very well.
Friends, lend me your ears. Just the right ones, if you please, for a quick message about our Patreon. Do you enjoy content with rabbits that dominate? Want to support more moonshine labeled as brandy? For as little as $10 a month, you can help us bring this content to you. And in return, we have some fabulous thank you gifts, including handwritten letters, game nights with the cast, early access to our recorded content, and exclusive access to party with us for movie nights. I believe Lamageddon is coming up soon. And for the next 5 folks, 5 that join, I will send your choice of a Bitch Militia t-shirt right here.
So bad.
Sick.
Or a Rook's Red Cup so that you can enjoy a Brandy's brand shine just like our producer. So check it out now. And with that, let's see what this group can do in the Troll Claw Hills. Take it away, Rook.
Sure. Well, with that, the first wing of Dauntless will make their departure from the dining hall, and I'll leave it to you all to make decisions, I suppose. They will make their exit and retire for the evening.
We should leave as soon as possible.
I down my wine cup, put it down, grab the big mallet, and start heading for the door.
I'm already grabbing my equipment, and if any of the little folk are not, I will grab them.
Very well then. We must away.
I imagine I carry Atticus. I've got like one arm like this, and he's just stood on my forearm with like his hand on his hip.
Like I'm on the bow of a ship.
Yes.
Onward.
Glory.
I finished the last of my notes and stuff, my bag and my book and like all my papers in my bag. Pick up the other satchel, throw it over my shoulder.
As we go, I think I'll like hop down and sort of fall back like next to D, and say, "Hail, scribe. Are these written records the extent of your aim here with Dauntless, or is there some power you possess as yet unrevealed?"
Well, the written records are probably the most important thing that I do, but you can use a bit of magic. Hopefully, keep you all alive as long as you need to be.
Yes. I do need to be alive. Good.
For some period of time, anyway.
Good. And you, my Lapine brethren, I will say to Brandy.
Well, yeah, of course. I got a bunch of corkscrews, and I can stab people with them. They make nasty wounds, and they can even cut off ears.
You would use a corkscrew for the ear part.
Would you like a knife?
Yes, we have an abundance of
I have plenty.
licenses.
Lots.
No, I mean, I've never taken an ear like that. That's true. I usually just bite them off, you know?
No, I don't know.
You have experience then in the collection of ears.
Well, sometimes I need to get an ear without anyone noticing. And like, if people see you coming, if they like, you have a corkscrew in your hand and coming out their ear, but like a mouth to an ear.
That would be my first assumption if someone approached me with a corkscrew. Clearly, this implement is to remove my ear.
Exactly.
Shouldn't we knock them out before we take the ears? Like and nest them? Isn't that what it's called? A nest them? No.
Slate's gonna take a deep
Jim,
breath.
Uncle.
He's gonna rub his head.
Yes, and nest them permanently.
Yes. Exactly.
Well, does this guild have like regular horses at least?
They do. Horses can be provided for sure if that's what you are looking for transportation.
Yes.
No banshees.
I'm looking for a solid donkey.
Okay.
Is there like a non-solid donkey? Is there like a liquid donkey?
An ooze.
There's an ooze donkey.
They do have actually a
if they
lot
have
of
an
ooze
ooze donkey, I
donkeys.
want it.
There are no donkoos in the stable. There are no donkoos on the
God.
premises.
Making a note.
New fabled beast.
Conjure Donku.
Third level spell.
It carries all of the shit that it should be carrying inside of it.
Inside of it.
It moves along.
Sack of coffee beans that I just push into its body.
Little acidic. You know.
It's Rook. It's evening time, or it's dinner, or
It
what time
is. It is just getting to like dusk. Like you ate 4 or 5 o'clock ish, and you've
Okay.
finished your meal, so it's just getting to the darker hours. It's definitely not there yet, though. The sun is still in the sky, but it's falling fast.
Well, I am down to leave tonight and just get a little bit of travel, and then like camp on the road if we need to. If people are down to like go, you know.
Yeah, I thought we were saddling up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
assume
sure.
you all have winter clothes.
Why do you think I have this fur?
Yes.
Fair
Our
enough.
kind has been blessed.
Can't argue with that. Cletus, will you be okay in the cold?
Oh, sure, yeah. I got, and I pull out a little figurine of a sheep, and I stroke it, and it gets a little warm, and then I stroke it again, and it starts to smell like a sheep, because nothing says home like the smell of sheep.
I shall ask no
But we see
questions.
this. As far as we can tell, you said, yes, I'm ready for the cold, and just
So-
rubbed a sheep, and it smelled sheep.
Yep.
Okay.
Into the night we go, then I suppose.
Flip up a hood on my cloak. Like, what is happening here?
I'm gonna help all of them mount their gear up on the horses because none of them can reach a saddle.
I will.
Except D, of course.
It's a little bit of
will-
a struggle. She's medium sized, but she's not tall.
I will cast jump on myself and rock it into the air and land on the saddle.
The horse kind of jolts a little bit as you land.
Look over at D, pulling the hood down and all that. You okay? You got a mind grain?
What?
Mind grain when the no?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Just walking.
Sometimes my Brandy's whiskey does that to people. Gives them that mind grain.
We have that in the holler too. That's after a good night out, everybody's got them in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
When
I'm gonna
I'm
light my
really
lantern and I'm gonna start going.
Yeah.
Just ignore them and I'm gonna start moving.
I get up on like
Light the way.
a black horse that is probably a larger horse than I should be taking because I'm not that tall. But with the hood up on my cloak, which goes up over the horns, I look much larger and more imposing in this like long black cloak on this thing than I actually am.
with my hood up and like sitting on this regular sized horse, I look smaller than I.
You're looking.
Imagine
to the
I look
side
a
of
little
the
bit
horse
silly on a
to
normal horse.
actually see. You're like, shit, where are we
I have
going?
I have to like climb up higher on the horse's neck and like peek over its head.
Brandy's on a good sized dog.
We have 2 sides of Nazgul. That's good.
Atticus is like too proud to get a smaller mount, which they had.
Okay. All right. So, as Cletus puts his hand warmer back into his overall pocket there, the party will venture forth to the north across the river, and the smell of sheep permeating the area
yes.
around us.
Oh, so relaxing.
Unfortunate.
All right. All right.
Well, with the sheep smell permeating everything.
Indeed, it does. And it is 100%. It is, I guess the party is downwind of the sheep smell, or seems to be, regardless of whether you move your horse to the front or to the
there
back.
were sheep farms in this area.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, so has anybody ever tried turning a right ear inside out or a left ear inside out to make a right ear? If we're only getting bounties on the right ears, maybe we can. No.
Can't say that I have.
Unfortunately, ears are not chirally degenerate, so we can't do that.
I have no idea what you said, except can't. Well,
That's the main word you needed to get.
can't. All right. Well, how do we do this? Do we build a big fence? I'm ready. Got my mallet.
Save the mallet orcs. We ride.
We're already
We're
right.
already riding.
Yes, and it'll take quite a while. If you listened, it will take 4 to 5 days to
We
arrive
continue
at
riding.
Trollheim.
Do we see the flaming fists like mobilizing or stirring, or what do we see? Do we pass
No,
them?
not right now. No, you can hear a lot of merriment coming from the guild hall there, but you don't hear any. You don't hear any. You don't see the signs that they're preparing to leave or anything like that.
Atticus, you ever dominated an orc?
Not specifically. I have dominated much, but no, this is probably a first for me.
Oh, you're an orc virgin.
I don't know that I
Could I
care for your
petition to join a different
tone,
way?
Altogether too familiar.
Yeah.
How about you, Sir Slate? Ever taken an orc here?
I have fought some battles in the past. Never hunting work like this, but I'm sure it will not prove a problem. As long as a corkscrew is efficient enough.
I'm really interested to see how that gets applied.
So am I. For once we agree on something, Cletus.
Hey, look, we're going to be best friends before you know it. I'll have to tell cousin he's no longer best friend.
Well, let's see, shall we? And I ride faster to get away from them slightly.
Is she telling this?
I'm so sorry.
Flaming Fist have a bunch of dogs as well.
Yeah.
We're passing their like
Apparently,
kennel?
you're
Yeah.
passing
Yeah.
their kennels. They're about to release the very small hound.
Do we?
They're blink
Yeah.
chihuahuas.
Oh, no.
their Chihuahua unit. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're well known. Chihuahua. Do we?
I'll be sure to write that down for later. Blink Chihuahua unit.
Yep.
Do we see like their stables or anything like that? Like, do we see like any horses outside the Flaming Fists? And are they unattended?
Their stable is
I like this guy.
not unattended. There are actually 2 well-armed guards standing outside their stables.
Okay.
I wave.
But you don't see any light coming from within, so if you could make your way around back, you might be able to, who knows.
No, that's fine. I was just gonna like unlock the latch
We'll
or
get
something,
them.
like let the horses free, but no, it's probably better. To
I
just
see
go.
what Atticus is cooking. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals on
How
myself.
far are we from the stables as we pass?
I mean, they're on kind of the other side of the road, right, and down a ways. But you're going to head past their guild hall as you leave the lower city here, right, and before you get to the bridge. So you'll definitely pass by them. As far as how far away from the road they are, probably 40, 50 feet.
Do they like the smell of sheep?
I mean, even as you all move past, the guards, who were standing relatively douche-like at attention, right? Like doing their job, and just looking stupid for standing at attention in the dead of the evening here. But they do, kind of got that British Royal Guard look about them. They both just kind of look at each other and kind of wrinkle their nose as you all ride past.
Wow.
How dare they?
I mean, it might be the prestidigitated sheep smell, the livestock smell that they're catching wind of.
Does anybody know how far away from this big old city over yonder, what did they say it was? Claw, the troll,
Trollhide Caves are 4 to 5 days ride from here.
Oh. We should probably get going then.
Precisely my point.
Hey, that's a good idea. Why is no one suggested that?
I guess I'm talking to a brick wall.
I think you're talking to Cletus, actually.
Yes, that's what I said.
Could have sworn he was going to say he was talking to a fence post, but hey,
All right, so as we move out into the cold, the wee hours of sunlight that you have quickly pass before you're traveling by moonlight. Of course, it's pretty well lit because the ground is covered in about 6 to 8 inches of snow or so. So that makes nighttime travel relatively easy. You all can... the constant caravans coming and going on the tradeway ensure that the road is relatively easy to see, even with the snowfall around you. It is not actively snowing at the moment, but deep wagon ruts and horse trail can be seen to follow along the way north. And it's about 3 hours or so when the group happens upon and spots something large and dark laying up in the road up ahead. It's still some distance away, probably 150 feet or so, 200 feet maybe. But it's hard to tell at this point. It's just massive. It looks to be some sort of large beast, and it looks to be laying in the road.
Ooh, hey, Brandy, looks like something up ahead got corkscrewed.
Shit, that's really serious. I better go check on them. And I want to get off the donkey and slowly approach, and I have like speak with animals up.
Okay. All right. The rest of you gonna hang back?
I'll grab
Yeah,
the
I'm just
reins
gonna
of the
pull the
donkey
horse
so
a
it doesn't run away.
little closer. I'm gonna bring my lantern up just to illuminate the area, but that's it.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
hanging back a
Yeah.
little bit, but I'm also very interested in what's happening here.
Yeah, I'll hang back too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Brandy, make me an investigation roll. I
Oh,
haven't asked for
yeah.
one of those
I got
all
that.
in an hour and a half. I figure I should, right at the hour and a half mark, we'll make one roll
One
this
roll.
session.
That's a
Yeah.
nat 20 for a 19.
Ooh. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You see,
Smart.
ironically, up in the road ahead, you see a donkey laying in the road. You can pretty quickly make out the silhouette. What you don't see as you approach, and you're probably 30 or 40 feet away at this point, you don't see the rise and fall, the heave of breath from this donkey. But as you approach, you can see a small figure, humanoid figure, pinned underneath the donkey. It is also laying there still.
Oh, shoot. I know just the thing. And I'm going to reach into my bag, take out 2 bottles of Brandy's whiskey. This is the Goodberry spell. And I'm going to come up and hand him whiskey. I was like, are you okay? You need any help? No,
Okay.
you do.
To the donkey?
Yeah.
Yeah. The donkey does not respond.
From where I am a little bit further back on my horse, I'm like leaning forward, craning to see, and I start to slip my book out of my bag, and I just shout, "Are they dead?"
I look towards the humanoid. Yeah, you want one?
You get no response. You look down, and as you've now approached, you all can all see, by the way, that Brandy has scampered up to this scene, and with the light up, you can kind of tell it looks to be some sort of beast of burden, whether it's a horse, a draft horse. You're not really sure, but it's laying there in the road. Brandy, as you kneel down, you can see it's about a 8 or 9-year-old girl, human. You can see short, shallow breaths being taken, but she's unresponsive.
Good. As this was happening, continue to move in a little closer, dragging live donkey to see its dead cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Herm, or sorry, God, what's
Sir Slate?
Slate.
Slate? Slate, I think you're needed over here.
It's okay. I got it. We need to lift the donkey. Is that what we need to do?
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
I'm just gonna go in there and hoist and yoink up the donkey.
Are you?
Yeah,
Are you gonna off? Are you going to pour one of these brandy bottles into the young girl's mouth, or?
I'm going to see if we have another healer on call.
There's a way to do it with
A non-airplane bottle heal available.
Anytime now, I'm just gonna hold this donkey up while you just play with that child. Can I just right here? Don't pull the child out or nothing. I'll just hold it up.
Okay, you can hold it up. I'll let you
Hold it
do
up.
that then. Dee, can I get a little bit of healing for our friend?
Oh, not dead. Okay. And then I hop down from my horse and kind of hurry over. And first just kind of place my hand on her forehead just to kind of see, kind of evaluate. And as I do that, cast Spare the Dying just in case.
On the donkey?
No, on the child.
Okay. As you cast your Spare the Dying and you lay your hands down there, you can tell that one hypothermia has probably set into this small child. She's been laying in the snow, pinned under this horse or donkey for however long, right? She is alive. Your Spare the Dying will ensure that she stays that way, at least for the next few moments.
Yeah, once I realize this is a little more serious, like this is an advancing situation, I will, there'll sort of be like a surge of sort of darkness actually that passes through like across her forehead where I have my hand placed, and I will cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, no brandy required? No?
It's whiskey.
No brandy.
It's called brandy.
Damn it.
Where do you want me to put the donkey? I think it's dead.
Slate's gonna get off the horse, walk over.
I'll give you a hand with that.
And he's gonna grab his greatsword and cut the donkey in half.
It is 18 points of healing to this child.
Whoa.
She wakes just in time to see the donkey cleaved in half next to her.
And down at her with the bloody blade,
scream.
7'10", towering in the midnight darkness. I'm gonna unclasp my cloak, and I'm just gonna hold up my cloak towards Dee.
Give the girl this. She'll need it.
I have my hand on her forehead as I'm casting it, and then I look over and just move my hand.
Good.
Blood sprays through the air across all of you.
I take the cloak and just kind of swing it over her and try to like wrap her up a little bit.
And his cloak's massive. It's basically a duvet for like a normal person.
Thank
Yeah, I could like
you, lady.
swaddle this 9-year-old child.
What? Thank you. Thank you, lady. I'm so cold.
Yeah, it's very cold. Why were you out here? Where were you going?
To the city.
By yourself? Where are your parents?
Papa, he at the house farm. Monsters. Papa lost his leg.
Are there sheep at the farm?
Cletus, shut up.
Is there a fence though?
So cold.
Yes, it's too cold for you to be out here traveling by yourself.
Billy had to stay behind, protect the pigs.
To protect the pigs!
Somebody had to ride to town. Papa, he was bitten. They took
Bitten by what?
Which way is the farm?
Wolves, monsters. I don't know.
Wolf.
Something. It's so big. I don't know.
Does your father have coin?
He's got a leg.
No. I don't know.
And I will take payment in a
Can
pig.
you
Where is
take
your
me to-
farm?
It's back that way. And she kind of points off to the east.
I grab the bundle of cloak that has the girl in. I'm going to put her on the back of Dee's horse. And then I'm just going to put my lantern back onto the bridle of my horse, mount back up,
Look at the two halves of a donkey. If you want that, it's yours.
and I look like a Cletus. And then kick my spurs and start moving.
As he does that, I'm going to quickly take the small sheep doll, the clockwork doll, turn on the warming function, and slip the sheep in with the little girl, and then step out of the mess of donkey and go find my mount.
Wait,
Well-
Slate, is your intention to bring the kid with us to the monsters?
I will kill it. It is simple. Then we will have a fine hog roast.
It doesn't make much sense to bring her all the way to the city and then come all the way back out. We're closer now.
She can
Who do we
ride a
leave her
donkey.
with? The flaming fist?
Yeah, she can hardly go anywhere on her own, so we'll take her with us.
What did she require from the city? Was it just
Help.
hired swords?
I was just, mister, I was just going to get help.
We are help, little
We're
one.
the help.
Ma ain't real well, but she took care of Paul's leg, and Billy had to stay behind to watch the pigs. So there wasn't no other real option. I had to come, and I didn't make it.
We're gonna go
I
make
wanted
sure
Paul
everyone's
to be proud of
okay.
me, but I didn't make it.
and then I'm gonna
No,
have
you
a real
made it.
serious talk with your parents.
I don't know what
You made it,
mean.
little
This,
one.
there
You have
wasn't-
found the help that you need. Simply lead the way for us.
That's right.
Thank you, sir. You're real big.
He just glares back. He just does it. Weirdly, you've not seen Slate
I bet-
blink once.
Yikes.
I bet you can kill them monsters, sir.
Yes, I can. Lead me to them.
I take out
Are we
my
close
book.
to the city? Did I make it?
Yes.
You're quite close. We were just coming from there, so you did find help from the city. You succeeded.
That's good.
I'm gonna take out my book and write one donkey. Pop back up on my horse. Just be like, okay, hold on tight to my cloak. You're coming with us.
Yeah.
This it's real nice. She's kind of holding the little sheep in her hands.
It smells funny, but it's warm.
I mean, it don't smell as bad as the pigs do's.
See, there's a connoisseur. They know what they're talking about.
Is that where the smell is coming from?
Apparently so, it's on my horse
Who's
now.
you, pretty lady? I'm Ava.
Who, me?
Mhm.
I'm Dee.
Hi, Dee. I'm Ava.
Hello, Ava.
Hey, sir. I'm Ava. She
Hey,
yelled
I'm
out to Slate.
Much.
He just turns back, looks over his shoulder, glares at her for a moment.
I am Sir Slate. You are in our protection now.
You a knight, Sir Slate? You a knight?
Indeed I am.
Here to save my family?
So it would seem.
Who's yous?
Two rabbits and a fucking gnome just like
Yeah.
bubbling along.
We are heroes, apparently. But you may call me Atticus, a name that all of Baldur's Gate will soon know.
You
I mean,
real
yeah, 'cause
cute,
you keep saying
Atticus.
it.
What did you say?
You real cute, Atticus.
Hmm.
Oh no.
That is incidental. It is not my intention.
Well, you real cute, none the same. Who are you, sir? You also Atticus? I ain't never seen no
Yeah,
bunny folk before.
Another Atticus.
I am the alcohol-free drink brandy.
Oh. Hi, Brandy. I'm Ava.
Hi, Ava.
You
were
gonna help my
injured?
paw, Brandy?
I'm going to help your paw, and Cletus here is going to help rebuild the fence.
I'm real good at that.
Oh, that'd be real nice. Them monsters, they done tore it up. That's why Billy had to stay behind. That's why he couldn't come. That's why I had to do it. I was
'Cause
next in
pigs.
line.
Next in line for what?
Well, Ma's real sick, and Paul done lost his leg. And Billy had to watch the pigs. That meant only I could go for help.
Well, let's
My
skedaddle.
little sister, she's just this many. She couldn't do it. So that left just me.
Yeah,
Let's
child.
let's skedaddle so we can make it all hunky dory back at the farm.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds great, Cletus. I'm Ava.
Right you are. Right you are.
Yes, fear not. You are now in the presence of wielders of dark magics. As I sort of summon this ball of smoky energy, and I will druid craft the sheep to smell like grass instead of sheep.
Only not a huge shift, but a little more pleasant.
A little bit nicer, yeah.
What? I like the smell of grass.
It smells like springtime now.
All I
Yes.
know is if those monsters think that they can get away with this, they've got another think coming. Atticus is going to dominate them, right, Atticus?
Oh, yes. You will see.
That's real cute.
Ride further ahead.
Ah, Atticus. Good to see someone's making a movement. Finally.
I assume that we are all riding as
Yeah.
we're
I hope so.
All right. So you guys will ride east. You'll pass a number of farmsteads, most of which appear to be abandoned. You're not 100% sure why, but most of them appear to be abandoned.
They heard that Atticus was coming in town and was going to take up all the land.
Can I insight the little girl?
Sure.
Please do.
Because I'm a
Imagine
little
why you
worried
would
she
do
might be
that.
like monster
hag?
child.
She's a hag.
Yeah.
Tiny hag, yeah.
I just love her more.
100%.
That is a 18 on the dice, and I'm trained, so I have +2, so that's a dirty 20.
So you give the girl a good once over. You're looking around, you're kind of checking your surroundings and seeing these farmsteads that don't appear to have been kept up for or winterized, if you will. You look back at her several times. You watch as she's kind of googly eyeing Atticus and making conversation best she can. She appears to be frozen. She appears to be terrified. She appears to be weak. And she appears to be exhausted.
Okay, everything I thought she was, good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we continue moving.
She may be frozen. She got a warming sheep. So cuddle up close to that sheep. That'll get you unfrozen.
You all will ride for most of the rest of the night before you do see in the distance the flicker of lantern light or firelight coming from another farmstead. You can see as you get closer, she points and says, "That's my house. That's where Mom and Pa is." And you can see a barn, and you can see what looks like, I guess, areas where at least at some point there was fencing, and like areas where they would move the pigs from area to area. It does appear to be a pig farm.
The longer we've been riding, the more angry my face looks. Just seeing how far away this is.
I mean, the more I see the fence that's all broken, the angrier Cletus is getting.
What's wrong, Cletus? Have you taken offense?
Oh. I just got a
I
mind
just
drain.
did.
Psychic
A mind
damage
grain,
all
yeah.
around.
And,
Is there any light coming from the building?
Yeah, there's no light coming from the barn. There is light coming. There's a small. It looks like there's a fire lit somewhere inside the house. You don't really see a whole lot of smoke like coming out of, but you can see small wisps coming out of the like the chimney area. Oh, is somebody keeping track of who owes what to the swear jar? Can we make sure that we keep track of that? Because I need to know that for the epilogue. Clouds, could you do that for me?
I so far am clean from such debauchery.
I'm sure there's something dirty in there. We just don't understand it, mister.
I'm gonna get off my horse. I'm gonna hold up the lantern and trudge through the snow. And I'm gonna go lean down to the normal human-sized door and give it a little just knock.
Oh my!
It's a
Apparently,
dog.
Flaming fists
apparently
following us.
the flaming fists are already here.
Oh, they're on our heels.
Oh, give me
Shoot
1
them.
second.
I'm sure that was a gold for the swear jar.
I was thinking the same thing. Just because we didn't hear it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
That's got to be at least 2 gold for the swear jar.
No, it was just one. Just one. But she has not shut the fuck up. That's for sure.
There's the second one.
Yeah, you all can hear as you all approach. You will hear and even see like the pigs aren't inside the barn. The pigs that are left, there's probably a dozen or so pigs here. You will see signs or evidence that pigs have been murdered recently, like blood, probably like a pig snout or a hoof or something laying on top of the snow. Several areas where the fence was broken through. So like the fence isn't like worn down, broken, right? It's been busted through by something. Appears to be animal or bestial in nature.
If I stand in the broken area and I put my arms out, does it look about my size or smaller or bigger?
Smaller.
Good.
Smaller. Yeah.
Powerful things come in small packages, and I point to Brandy.
I hold up a corkscrew.
Yes, truly. My nightmare made manifest.
Yeah, and you can also see signs that whatever has killed these pigs has drugged them away as well.
Which direction?
Off to the east, further towards the woods, that you can see kind of off in the distance.
Pig killers this way.
Did anyone respond to the knock?
Yeah, I was just getting to that. I just wanted to kind of give some more background as you're pulling up. But yeah, so you knock on the door, and you hear another child, a male child's voice call out, "Who's it?"
We have Ava. She came seeking help, and we are here.
Is that Billy?
Yeah? I mean, who's it?
Ava told us you were watching the pigs.
Yeah, I was supposed to be. It's real cold out there. And you'll hear the door kind of open up. Hi, I'm
He
Billy.
sees just a body. There's no head through the doorway.
Hi, I'm Billy.
Where's your mom and pa?
He looks out so he can see your face.
How old does Billy look?
He looks to be about 10 or 11.
23.
He's holding a crossbow that's like almost as big as him. It's not like a heavy crossbow, right? It's a light crossbow.
I'm gonna
but
reach
he's-
down. I'm gonna grab the crossbow with my whole hand. I'm gonna try and just lift it out of his hand.
He like holds on to it for a second. You lift him about 4 or 5 inches off the ground before he lets go. Hey, mister,
You
that's
have
mine.
guts, Billy. Use it wisely. You will stay here and take care of Ava. We will deal with your pig killer.
And
Where's your
I'll
mom and pa?
put him back
Where
down,
are
and I'm gonna
your
pull. I'm gonna pull out a dagger,
Well, you can't see him
and I'm gonna
because
flip it around and give it to
there's
Billy.
a door in front of the door. You them flaming fists?
Those imbeciles are not a problem. We will help you.
Oh, so you ain't the Flaming Fist. You the City Watch?
Where's
No.
your gnawing paw?
I slide off my horse and I like march up to this kid.
Yeah,
and
you just barge
thaumaturgy-
past Slate and he's just like, oh.
Shoulder side, thaumaturgy, my eyes fully black. Just say, where are your parents?
He drops the crossbow. He holds tight to the dagger. And he turns. And you can
I
see
go where
inside,
he's
like
looking.
there's.
I just go where he's looking.
Yeah, so it's pretty bad inside, if I'm being honest. Like, there's a lot of bloody rags and like a wash tub that's filled with bloody water. And you can see that blood is soaking through like the sheets where Paul is laying in bed. And you see a woman who's looking in your direction, but again, there was a wall of man interposing between you and the rest of the inside. She's huddled around the fire and coughing. And you can also see that she's got like a small bucket of water that she's trying to warm by the fire, and like some bloody rags in her hands. That's Mom and Paul. And my little sister Caitlin, she's over there on the other side of the bed. You can see a small crib over there.
I want to look more closely at Pa.
Okay. Roll me an intimidation check.
Okay, interesting.
At advantage with the eyes?
Can I loom behind her to help?
Between the two, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
So is that advantage?
Yeah, absolutely, sure. Why not?
Good.
No, still not great. 11.
An 11. The little kid like reaches down and grabs the crossbow, and he spins around and he goes, "Don't you hurt my paw, devil lady."
I don't intend to hurt anyone. I can help.
Ava
turn
looks
to the
down off
woman.
the horse,
Yeah.
and she goes, "It's all right, Billy. She's a real nice lady."
I turn to the woman by the fire and say, "We've brought your daughter back safely. What needs to be done here?"
Wolves. Lots of wolves. Thank you.
And what about him? And I sort of nod to Pa.
Oh, at this point, like you've already started walking over there, you can see the lower half of his leg is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And like they've applied some sort of tourniquet to the wound to like try to slow the bleeding, but it hasn't stopped. And you can see that he is feverish. He doesn't look good.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't seem like he's going to be long for the world without intervention.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to silently leave, go and grab some of the broken fence. I'm very sorry, Clears. I know this might hurt your feelings. I'm going to go and grab some of the broken fence, and I'm going to duck my way under the little tiny door, and I'm going to crouch, sit cross-legged next to the woman. I'm going to start throwing pieces of wood on the fire, and I'm going to take a flask of oil and throw it over just to try and brighten up the place and get a little bit more warmth going, because this woman seems really ill.
I'm going to pass a bottle of Brandy's brandy, or maybe moonshine, whatever it is.
Brandy's
The good
whiskey.
stuff.
I don't know how long we'll be here, but I think I'm going to start ritual casting detect magic.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a look back at the rest of the group and the other people in the house and have like a moment of hesitation, and then I'm gonna go over and place a hand on the leg that's been severed and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
There's another like pulse of like darkness that passes over the leg for a second. It's almost like a little cloud of shadow, and then
Yeah.
spell is cast.
The man clasps the sheets with both hands and screams out in pain. Just like immense pain, right?
Silence him! Lest the wolves return!
We want the wolves to return. That way we can take care.
You can see the wound. You can see the wound close over, and you can even see what looks to be some sort of black infection pushing out of the leg as the wound closes. And then he
Atticus is like, hell yeah.
he drifts back into unconsciousness after screaming out.
Yeah. And I'll check, put a hand on his forehead, check his breathing and just kind of make sure he's
What
in a
are
state.
you doing?
He'll be okay. He'll be okay. He just needs to rest now.
Boy! And I'm going to look to the child with the crossbow. I channel my god of war. And I'm going to pull from my backpack a healer's kit, and I'm going to hand it to him.
Apply bandages from this to your father's leg. Be sure to clean it. He is not doing well. We do not have the means to fully cure him. You will do this.
And I'm just going to push it into his chest, and then I'm going to turn back to his mother at the fire and keep trying to put hides on her and
I will.
warm her up. And I will take a charge off my healer's kit to give him some bandages.
Where were you putting that bottle of brandy, Cletus?
I was giving it to the old lady.
Oh, sure.
I was giving it for the- yeah.
She will take it. Is this medicine?
Of a sort,
The
yeah.
best kind.
She'll drink it and immediately she just kind of shudders. She
Takes
goes,
damage.
Tastes like medicine. And you'll instantly see a little bit of color kind of immediately almost start to come back to her face before she coughs again pretty violently.
Have the wolves come before? This is the first time.
I mean, we deal with wolves most winters, but this is different. The snow's been on the ground a while. I don't know if they're. I don't.
Have some
know.
more brandy.
She kind of clutches her stomach and then she drinks another one. It's a good
As
berry.
much as it is grotesque, it will help.
It's just the
good
brandy,
berry.
not the
Yeah,
good
no.
berry.
Oh, not the good berry brandy? Okay.
Oh. Okay. She,
I'll give her a good berry brandy.
It'll alleviate some feeling, at least.
yeah. Does anybody have medicine as a skill? Trained
Yeah.
as a skill?
No, I just have a healer's kit, so that's why I was like, here you go.
I'm proficient
I
with
did
medicine.
too. I am also.
The two of you that are proficient will recognize it looks like she has probably pneumonia is what's going on there.
Oh.
Yeah, Mama says
And-
brandy for pneumonia, but all we got is the whiskey
But
that's
again,
brandy.
Cletus, you'll instantly see, especially with the Goodberry brandy being administered, you'll see that, signs that maybe it's going to pass now, that sort of thing, are coming about.
All right, so the wolves that broke the fence and took the sheep, right ear or left ear?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you want us to bring the right ear or the left ear? Isn't that what we're supposed?
Do not worry about ears, Cletus. You need merely use yours to listen to what they have to say.
My right ear or my left ear?
Both.
Oh.
And I'm going to grab his head and I'm just going to turn it 180 degrees both ways.
They've been very aggressive this winter, and my husband, when he was attacked, he said that there were several of them that were much larger than he had ever seen before.
They will not be larger than myself. We can handle them.
What was your name again? Ma'am?
Mama?
I'm just Ma.
No.
Just small.
Given name? Okay.
Not even Mama, it's just Ma.
Just Ma.
All right, so we know where the wolves went. It's quite obvious. Let's just go get them.
Here, take this.
And I'm going to hand another flask of oil to the woman in case she needs to emergency get it on the fire, get it up and going again. I'm also going to hand a bag of caltrops to the kid, and I'm going to say,
When we leave,
It's just
throw this in front of the
harmless
door.
Yeah. Kid,
If
take
the
this
wolves
gun.
come, it will at least slow them down so you can shoot them and place the dagger betwixt its neck. Understood, boy?
He holds the dagger up like it's his proudest possession, but also shakily, and he says, "Yes, sir.
You are a warrior now.
Warrior. Those
Atreus.
wolves won't breach these walls."
Do not let me down, Billy.
Would 11 minutes pass enough for me to cast detect magic?
Yes,
Exactly 11.
absolutely.
Okay.
11 minutes and 3
I would
seconds
like
have
to
passed.
look around, look at each member of the family, check on that baby, and then start looking around.
Shit, yeah, there was a fucking baby in here.
You see strong necromantic
That's
energy
two for the sweat job.
emanating from the
Oh my
crib.
God.
No,
For initiative.
there is nothing of magical nature in
The baby's not a hag.
the family's possession. Does the party have anything magical in nature that would be
sheep?
revealed? The sheep, which we already knew was
What
the hand
magic is
warmer.
this?
The contents of the satchel that I'm carrying would have some.
I have only one thing that would spring with magic. Around his neck, you can see there's quite a simple bit of cord, a little bit of leather, and there's a golden coin that's fitted to it with a woman's face on it. Glows with a little bit of abjuration magic.
And there's some conjuration and divination magic from my little bag.
Interesting.
Why?
I do also kind of like want to look outside at like where the pigs are, where the fence is, just see if there's traces of anything.
Yeah, no.
Magic pigs, perhaps?
No traces of magic.
Pigs did it.
No.
Okay.
You'll see more evidence that clearly a large number of these pigs have already been taken from this farm.
Okay.
Like you can just kind of tell where there's about 10 to a dozen or whatever left. There were quite a few more before.
Yeah. I think what you guys see is like Atticus finishes this like ritual and his eyes glow like a pale blue as he like walks around, and you see him like his gaze like stop on all like the magical things that you have.
Ooh, he's dominating. He's doing it.
It's doing the thing.
You have not begun to see me dominate. This is a
Well,
paltry parlor trick.
how long ago were the wolves here?
Well, they took his leg 3 nights ago. And then we sent Ava yesterday, as I wasn't able to stop the bleeding. The neighbors, they've all gone. The orcs have driven them away. they've gotten more and more brazen. They haven't come this far yet. But many of our neighbors have moved on. I hated sending her, but I feared if we didn't, what choice did we have? I didn't think I could make the trip myself. And if these pigs don't make it to spring to market, then we'll starve.
You could just eat the pigs.
Yeah, for, a month or two?
And if the wolves
we've already
continue,
lost
there will not
more.
be enough left.
We've already lost more than
Yeah.
half of our flock for the year, our herd for the year. I don't know what our murder of pigs. I don't know what a group of pigs is even called. Our murder
Feed
of
a man
pigs.
a pig.
We've already lost more
You
than
feed him
half
for
our
a
murder.
day.
I?
Teach a man to pig, and you feed him.
Herd of swine? Herd of swine sounds right.
A murder of pigs.
Sorry.
It's a murder now.
No, in this world. Yeah.
Teach a man to pig.
All right. So should we just go after? We'll just go and get the wolves, kill the wolves, and then you can eat the wolves. Won't
Might as
starve.
well.
Wolf stew is hearty. It will do you well. The furs will provide you more warmth. We will go and slaughter them all.
Well, that's mighty kind of you.
Yes, heroic.
We're the best.
We're so good.
They
Certainly
come,
not doing this for payment.
I don't profess to tell you how to do your jobs or anything, but they tend to come every few days. I don't know if you want to follow them into the woods or wait for them here.
We will not wait for them here.
Destiny waits for no man. We move.
We have
There
other
are
business.
no men. 2 rabbits.
Fair enough.
It is not the age of man here in this game.
It's the age of the rabbit.
Rabbits.
All right.
Um,
After the wolves.
As everyone leaves, I will go last. I will hang back, and I'm gonna just kind of crouch down near where the mother is sitting, and just close to her ear so that the kids don't hear. Say, your child was nearly dead on the road when we found her. Next time, think about which is more important, the child or the pigs. Spring's still a long ways away. You could have figured out another plan. And I just leave.
Yeah, you see as you're leaving, I'm trying to duck under the doorway, and Slade just bangs his head on the door. Ah! Blasted! Fucking fine. And he's gonna take a copper out, and he's gonna give it to whoever has the swear jar.
Definitely
It's
gonna have
not
a
copper.
migraine
It's
before
not
the end
copper
of this.
that goes in the swear jar. Some mercenary guilds.
The
there.
only gold coin I have is
Platinum.
around my neck. You will have to pry it from my cold good hand.
A diamond each.
Oh, I'll
You will
pay.
take a copper.
I'll pay for it.
Thank you.
What are the prices on the different words?
Yeah, different price depending on how bad.
Yeah.
I will have. We will make sure if you go to our Discord later
price
this
sheet.
week, we will have a price sheet in our
Oh,
Discord
but
for the swear jar, so that everyone knows exactly what words are entitled to what coin.
Cletus, in the name of the Golden Lady, I am in your debt.
Oh,
Thank
no,
you for this.
We don't do that back in the holler. It's all friendly. If you can't afford the swear jar, and you can't stop swearing.
No, I do, though. So that is it. And I'm just going to walk past Cletus to the horses.
City folk.
I'm not from the city.
Sure ain't from the country.
I'm from an island.
Don't have cities on your island?
There is one. Enough of this nonsense.
Sir Slate, realizing he's been defeated by Cletus's razor sharp wit,
He's
mounts his horse and heads towards the woods. And I think that is where we will take our second break for the evening.
All right.
Hey, we got
If I
some
could
rolls
self-impose
in this hour.
psychic damage, I would. But I think
Monologue.
Not
for us.
now, but
Oh, hello. Biding his
Yeah.
time.
you might be able to guess when, but
Yeah.
not now.
And not how.
Remember, we are, because of the Dauntless, we are a part of the Noblesse Oblige. So we are doing our due diligence by helping these people.
Use
We
them
are
fancy big
supposed
city
to do
words.
this. Correct.
Let's get after them fence killers.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's do that. Fence killers, indeed. As we head out to the east, the party makes their way towards the woods. And how do we intend to? What's our plan? I'd like to
Follow
know.
the tracks. I mean,
Yeah,
they carried
first
away,
thing
dragged
to-
away pigs. It ain't trying to be sneaky.
Sure.
Also, there's snow on the ground. There's probably.
And as far as
blood.
marching order, I'll take the lead because I will just. My feet will just go through the snow and create a path for them.
And
I've got a
the rest of us all
lantern, and
train
I would
around
rather
trying to
take a hit before any of them.
Okay.
So as long as they're behind me, I'm going to keep moving forward. And if they don't follow me, then I'm on my own.
That sounds like a plan. Not a great one, but it does sound like a plan.
Oh, I'm not a planner. I'm a doer.
All right.
Yep, just following right behind.
Cool, cool. All right. Well, then I think, I hate to do this, but I think I'm going to have to ask the group to give me a perception check, please.
Ooh, that's a 17.
I also got a 17.
Woohoo! High five.
19.
11.
Read 'em and weep. A natural 1.
In the front.
Leading in the front with the lantern.
This is all snow hitting my face. I'm just like, I can't see dick. Like, this is nothing.
Looking like straight ahead and seeing nothing at ground level.
All right.
Like it's all just branches.
This the search, this hunt, if you will, goes on far longer than you would have expected it to, right? Like you can hear the howls of the pack in the distance and things like that as you approach the woods. And I think that the party kind of came in with this one idea. Hey, we're just going to roll up on these wolves and kick the shit out of them. But wolves are...
Yep.
Oh, there's another one for the swear jar. But there's... wolves are naturally stealthy, predatory animals, right? And they don't just let you corner them and find them. So this goes on for probably hours. And eventually, what we do run into is we do finally kind of pin them against some sort of rocky outcropping or whatever. We kind of circle them, and the party has enough wherewithal, at least, to be able to kind of put them in a reasonably close proximity to one another, bring them together, and come in on horseback for the attack. Okay? So we do have enough wherewithal to do that. However, what we do not pick up on, at least immediately, is as we start to approach these things, we kind of get a few of them cornered back against the rocks. And from leaping from kind of atop that outcropping right onto Sir Slate is this massive, massive wolf. It's got like mangy fur, kind of almost naked parts on it. Like it's just matted and ratty and nasty.
Mangy.
Yeah, and massive fangs, like sticking out of its jowls. Huge, ugly fangs as it plummets down up on top of Sir Slate. We will roll initiative.
Yeah.
It is, in fact,
Bum, 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 bum.
He's like quintuple. Oh, nice. 18. I was
14.
ready for the 10.
I have a -1, so 16.
I got a 12.
Nat 20 for 24.
Ooh. Ready to
Dominate.
dominate.
He dominates initiative.
okay. Indeed. Domination indeed. And Brandy?
14.
What's your dex modifier, Brandy?
+2.
+2 indeed.
14. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this thing pounces down upon you, Sir Slate. What's your armor class?
20 with my shield and my lantern in hand.
Okay.
Does the lantern provide?
That's my current weapon, is what I mean. Like, I have going forward with the shield, but I have the lantern. I don't have a weapon in my actual hand.
Sure. This thing pounces down. You actually just catch it at the last second with your shield and smack it to the side, and you can see, like, you expect to just knock a wolf away, right? But this thing has some girth to it, and you realize that you're kind of staring back at it as it's probably as big as some of the horses that you all have. It's very, very big. All right. How do you respond, Atticus? Take us in. Tell us what's going on next.
Is there are there trees around? Like, are there like a canopy of trees above?
There's trees all around you, yeah. You're just kind of up against some sort of maybe 15, 20-foot tall rock face, and you all have managed to corner 4, 5, 6 of these things and got them backed against the wall. But you can tell there are more in the woods around you.
Okay. Are there? I want to get into the branches of a tree. Is there?
Okay.
Is it like feasible? Is it that kind of tree?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I will like get down from my horse, gather magics, and say, "Dark patron, give me power." I will cast jump, and jump 30 feet onto a branch, and as I'm in the air, I will cast Eldritch Blast on the one near Slate.
Sounds good.
And yeah, I will do that.
Talk about a blast off.
Bad. That's an 8 to hit.
Okay. What does it look like as your Eldritch Blast comes out of your hands?
I'm sort of like gathering that same like pale blue light, and I sort of like launch it like a Hadouken, but it's like the size of a golf ball, and just pew. But it's like, and I'm so small that the recoil like sort of like pushes me back on this like Eldritch sort of pea shooter.
Interesting. Yeah, so your blast, as you're spinning through the air, you drop onto the branches, and your blast goes just wide of this creature, and it seems to move out of the way of it.
Your golf ball just.
Yeah.
All right.
Dark patron, you'll have to do better.
Clearly the patron's
It's his fault, yeah.
Yeah. Get it together.
That brings us to Cletus. Cletus, you can hear movement in the brush around you, just so you know. Like, some that you all didn't perceive are moving in. They've kind of, while you thought that you all were hunting them, at the same time the pack was kind of hunting you. And
Yeah, I mean it's very obvious that these are the things that harm the fence, and you know that makes me angry, really, really angry.
It does?
And I will rage
okay.
and take the big mallet and try and wonk the thing that jumped onto Sir Slade over there.
Okay.
Let's walk away. With
If
a
you
natural
are
one.
successful with this, oh no, well, never mind.
For a total of 6.
With a
Never mind.
natural 1 for a total
Yeah.
of 6. Roll damage
Huh?
for me, please.
Oh no.
Love to. Well, that's 15 damage.
Jesus. Yeah, you swing at this thing and you just you swing low and it moves its leg out of the way and you smash into the leg of Sir Slate's horse. And you just see its leg crush and buckle underneath the weight of your mallet. Sir Slate, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
I'm terrible at this. 8.
Yeah, so surprise, surprise. You're equally as
big
equally as competent as Ava at avoiding falling under a falling mount. And you are, at the moment, pinned beneath the weight of the horse.
Ah, you fucking dolt! I owe you one for the jar.
I just turned to Atticus. That was also your patron's fault.
Patron,
Don't
what
care
is
whose
up?
fault it is. Get this bleeding
Come
thing off me.
All right, that brings us down to Brandy.
Of course. Brandy's prepared for this moment. Just yesterday, he brewed up some more Brandy's whiskey, and he takes a flask out and tosses it at the wolf that attacked Slate. This is Hunter's Mark, as everyone can smell the alcohol. And then
Distinctive smell.
and then I'm gonna take out 2 corkscrews and I'm gonna throw both of them at him.
Oh, God. Okay.
First one is a nat 1.
I'm just a
me to roll
pincushion.
damage?
I am designed to be killed by my party members. That's what my punishment is.
Oh no.
Second one is a 16 to hit.
The 16 will hit. Go ahead. Roll damage for both corkscrews for me, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
The second one has Hunter's Mark, so anyway. That will be a 19 damage.
Okay. Total or 19 with the second strike?
19 total. The first strike was 8. And then the second one was the rest.
All right. So the first corkscrew flips forwards in the air and pierces straight through the horse's ear and right into the horse.
Right ear or
and the left ear. The left ear. And the horse stops struggling and just
That was
goes
one
full
first.
dead weight.
As it just rests on me. And pins
And
me
the
to
other-
side.
The other lands squarely in the side of this massive wolf who yelps out in pain. All right.
Are you fighting me or the wolves?
And that brings us to almost on cue, the wolves seeing their leader having jumped off of their alpha, having jumped off of the rocks above, get brave enough to charge forward. And two of these 6 are going to bite into the horse. It's down. They're going to bite into it, right? 2 of them are going to bite into you, Sir Slate. And the other 2 are going to take attacks towards Cletus. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna hit you, Sir Slate. Oh wait, you're prone, right? I guess it
I'm
doesn't
prone, so they
matter.
would have advantage.
Well, they have advantage anyway because of pack tactics. 21 will hit.
21 will hit. Yep.
All right. It'll be 4 points of piercing damage.
He's gonna put his forearm out, kind of, and just sort of let it bite. And I'm gonna use my reaction to do my Stone's Endurance. I'll roll this on the D&D Beyond. It does no damage. As I just watch it bite my arm, and I'll laugh at the wolf. I'm going to rip your fucking skull off.
Jesus.
That's the jar. Jar.
Yes.
Oh my.
I put down the mallet, take out the jar.
Cletus.
Worth it. I throw what coins I have at Cletus. Cletus, you will gain 3 silver and 8 copper.
The jar will gain.
This is Slate's element.
Oh my. Does a 16 hit you, Cletus?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You will take 6 points of piercing damage,
Have the 3.
and you will be pulled down to the ground prone. All right, and then that brings us back around to the top. Oh, no, it does not. That brings us to D, who has yet to act.
Yes. How far am I, or not how far am I? Would taking an object out and handing it to someone be an action or a bonus action?
I'm thinking that it would be a full action.
All right, well, that's fine. I'm going to, because I was pretty close behind Slate, I'm going to come up to the wolf that is attacking him, and I'm going to sort of roll up my sleeves, and these sort of black spidery veins kind of crackle down my arm, and I'm just going to punch the wolf. This is chill touch. That is a 20.
Yeah.
A 20 to hit.
Actually, a 20 will in fact hit. And were you attacking one of the smaller wolves, or
The one that's on. Wait.
there are 3 on Slate currently?
Oh, okay.
The
well,
big
the one
one-
the one that attacked first.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's 8 points of necrotic damage, I believe.
Okay.
And that's it. And then I just kind of stand there like, oh god, what have I done?
Yeah, so you
He's a wolf.
you reach out and you all can see kind of its bones and muscle mass exposed under the weight of her touch as the fur and the skin begins to just fall back away from this creature. And it squeals out in pain, but it does not fall. And that brings us around to Atticus. From the trees.
Yes. From the trees. How is the alpha wolf looking?
Real not great.
Hmm.
Like,
I like that.
You can see its rib bones and a lot of meaty flesh.
Okay.
You can also see from your vantage point, you can see approaching the party kind of from behind are 2 more of these wolves and another of the larger.
Ooh.
And you can see that they're about to pounce.
Damn. Okay. I think I'm just gonna try to take the big one off the board, and I will Eldritch Blast it again.
Sounds good.
Come on.
Pew.
Nope. That's a 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Just warming up.
You throw another one of these blue balls of energy, and it smashes to the ground next to the dead horse.
Okay.
Talking about beating
Sort
it,
of
don't we?
zeroing in.
Are you trying to help me or decorate the scenery?
I am striking fear into their hearts.
Why are they still biting me? Then I've still got the one on my forearm.
That brings us around to you, Cletus.
All right, I'd like to use half my movement to stand up, and then I would like to recklessly swing a hammer down on the big one.
All right.
Yeah,
Are you
a
placing the swear jar on the ground then, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
indeed. Actually, I'm just going to put it on top of my head. I'm
Okay.
going to balance it on top of my
Ooh.
head.
Excellent.
And
Nice.
Swing the mallet down.
True rage focus.
Um,
He's got money on the mind.
Does a 21 hit?
It definitely does.
That's a total of 12 mallet damage
To the big one?
to the big one.
Yeah. That will bring it down. I need a dexterity saving throw from you, please. With advantage for cool.
Fair enough. Or for barbarian, it's a 20. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20 will be enough to balance the swear jar on your head in combat, for the time being, at least.
And then at the end of the turn, I'm going to put my head over right where a Slate can easily deposit the future amount that he is going to owe.
Very good, very good. That brings us to you, Sir Slate. No, yeah. Brings us to you.
Yeah,
Sir Slate.
free action. I'm just gonna drop the shield off my wrist, and I'm gonna try and grab with the wolf that's on my arm. I'm just gonna sort of bring it with my arm. I'm gonna grab my greatsword. I'm gonna just try and bring it around and over, just down into it with as much force as I can.
Okay, you are currently pinned on the ground under the creature, so you will have disadvantage on your attack.
That's fine by me. Here we go. Big money. 12.
12 is enough.
Yeah.
Roll that sweet, sweet greatsword damage.
Suffer my wrath. And because I have Savage Attacker, I'm allowed to re-roll and pick which damage I use.
Nice.
Oh, I will be taking the second one of 15.
15 is enough. You kind of
Impudent mutt.
you kind of reach back with your greatsword and bring it out, and then just you actually just lift your arm up and
I impale it on the blade.
exactly
With
like
the
I wouldn't
greatsword.
not impale, but like you bring the head straight down and go straight
To the
through
blade.
neck. Yeah.
Yeah.
More like shish kebab style, end to end.
And
I'm glad you gave me an easy target.
And then, shink.
Who wants a slice?
and that will be all for that guy.
Actually, I'm going to action search.
Okay.
Let's go.
And is there another wolf? You said there was 3 around me, right?
There's a second one attacking you as well. That's correct.
I am going to attempt an athletics. Is this a grappled condition?
No, you're just prone.
The horse being on me?
Well, the horse is pinning you, so restraining you.
Could I get advantage to get away from grappled conditions?
Sure.
Would I get that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do an athletics then, and I'm just gonna try and knee the horse off me.
Okay.
And then use the pommel of the greatsword to push myself up from the ground. Come on, big money. 24.
24 will be enough. You'll
Just flip this horse off of you.
yeah, you kind of you flip the horse over and off of you, and it lands on that little ball of blue energy, and you can hear some sizzling force damage hitting the bottom of that horse corpse.
They tried to stop me with a donkey. A horse will do no better.
And I think that is everything for me.
That brings us to Brandy.
Amazing. I'll take another Hunter's Mark whiskey and throw it at this second wolf attacking Slate.
Somebody's
And
going to
then-
need to draw Brandy in a trench coat with like all the little airplane bottles of whiskey.
And
Where do you keep
corkscrews.
getting them new bottles from?
Yes,
Whiskey on
bottles
one side, corkscrews on the other.
If he doesn't have a glass blower's kit, I'm upset.
Brewer's supplies. Okay. I'll make it my first attack. Nat 20 on the first one.
Let's go.
Okay.
That will be
A lot of
2d4.
damage, I'm sure.
Yeah. So 10 plus the Hunter's Mark will be 6. So 16 damage on the first one.
Okay.
And the second one was, well, I'll just roll it.
That will be enough
A.
to take that one down. So
Okay. I'll move on to the next one.
Mhm. And which
And that
one?
will-
Which one were you targeting?
There's one of them was a clacking.
There's
Cletus.
one on Sir Slate and 2 on Cletus at the moment, and 2
Oh.
2 eating the horse.
I'll
Don't worry about
attack
me.
one that's hitting Cletus. That's a 21 to hit
Mhm.
for just 4 damage.
Okay. All right. The one falls and another will yelp in pain. And you're feeling pretty proud of your corkscrew abilities at the moment. Until you feel the weight of something very large pouncing upon you from behind.
Beautiful.
That's a 21 to hit.
I think that hits.
Okay. Just checking. That'll be 6 points of piercing damage. And you are prone on the ground as this thing has knocked you to your knees. And you see another one of these great big, large, mangy-looking wolves. D2 have breached the wood line and are going for you as well.
2 little ones.
2 little ones. Yes, that's correct. Does
I'm sure that's fine then.
Does a 9 hit you?
No, it does not.
Does a 22 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Ooh, eesh.
All right, that'll be 4 points of piercing damage for you, D. And you also are drugged to the ground into the snow as it begins to just eat on you. The 2 that are on the horse will join their friend in trying to take down this massive behemoth of a monster man.
Okay.
All right. 19. Does 19 hit you?
19 misses me.
You got rid of your shield, correct?
Oh, I got rid of the shield, actually. No, correct. So I'm on 18. So 19 does hit, actually, yeah.
All right. So you are hit twice and critted once as all 3 of these things descend upon you and drag you to the ground.
Now this is a fight.
So you will take 5 points of piercing damage.
On the crit, I'm going to use my reaction to Stone's Endurance once more.
Okay. You'll take 5 points of piercing, 8 points of piercing, and 6 on the crit.
6 on the crit. Okay, so I take 5.
8.
8, sorry. So it puts me to...
5, 8, so it's 13. And then Stone's Endurance on the crit, which was 6.
Yes, which is a D12 plus 2. Which is 7. Crit does no damage.
Excellent. It gets its jowls all around you and just tries to bite through, but it cannot.
I like to think it's like when a dog is too small and it's trying to bite you, I just put my entire fist in its mouth. Like it's just like...
It thought it was going for the kill. Not so much. Not so much. Cletus, does a 15 hit you?
That is my armor class.
Okay, so you will be hit twice as well. Once for 8 piercing and once for 5. So 4 and 2.
Yep.
As these wolves have now got Atticus, you're looking from above, and all of your party members have been drug into the snow by this pack of beasts. They are all either on their backs or on their knees.
There are still 2 at me because I thought 1 was killed.
Oh, you are correct. I apologize. So you'll only take the 2 then, because that was the first attack. Forgot about the corkscrew. Bad DM. I do this for a living.
Most powerful weapon.
DM, what's the weapon mastery on a corkscrew?
Nick.
Definitely Nick.
Extra attack, definitely. Great.
All right. So, I think that'll do it for the wolves. That brings us to D.
Oh gosh. Well, there's a wolf on me, so I'm going to punch it.
Seems right.
Yeah. As I take a swing for it, those sort of like spidery black veins pulse even further down my arm, and that is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is 5 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah. So you punch into this thing like right into its chest, as it's kind of drug you down. You just punch up at it, and again, like just blackened necrosis falls over its chest, and it yelps in pain and backs away from you.
Nice. If
The
it
other
backs
continues
off,
to
I'll
eat you.
stand up. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you
there's
still
no way.
can. You still can stand up. You're not
Okay.
restrained. Yeah.
Okay, so I will stand up. And I want to just kind of briefly look around. Who can I see and how do they look? Who looks of the party the most, like, close to death? Who looks hurt?
I feel like Cletus probably looks like they're in the best shape, and but all of you are currently laying in the snow. So
If you
being,
look concerned,
being gnawed
I
on.
understand we're all being attacked, but like,
Yeah.
who's got like
Wounded.
blood everywhere? Who looks
Probably,
There's wolf blood everywhere.
Who looks messy?
my best.
I mean,
guess-
I'm covered in blood from both Wolf and Self. But if you do look to Slate and seem concerned, he'll just look over with a big smile on his face and be like, "Don't worry about me.
He's got lots of blood. He told us earlier.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
do.
He did.
Thank you for
Say that.
somebody actually
Yeah.
listens."
Famously has a lot of blood.
Very high blood pressure. As soon as you cut him, it just it can cut steel. I think I got rogue.
To be fair, I think Brandy looks in the most danger, but I don't know unhealth or anything.
Yeah, I would say I don't think anybody looks real bad.
Fine.
Sir
Good.
Slate probably looks the worst.
All right, that's fine. My
I'm loving it
turn's
though.
done.
Weirdly, I'm realizing I have a lot in kin with Cletus at this moment.
It brings us back around to the top of the round to Atticus.
All right. Is Brandy pinned right now, or what's around Brandy?
Brandy
I'm
has
prone.
Yeah, Brandy is prone and being attacked by a large one of these wolves.
Oh fuck. Okay. Warlocks famously have a lot of spell slots, so what should I use mine on? What do I fucking have?
Honestly, funny idea. Maybe Armor of Agathis and throw yourself at them. Just like sacrificial rabbit.
Rabbit from the top rope.
To be fair,
Yeah,
That's my only
a
idea.
hungry wolf sees a great big rabbit flying at it. It is
A
not
3-foot
running
rabbit.
away.
That's delicious.
yeah, you know what? Fuck it. From the,
Yes.
from the trees.
It seems like the best decision one could make.
I gather these dark magics around me, and you see like this blue energy sort of like coalesce and become like encase him in a little like snowman at first, and then he bursts out of it with like little icicle armor.
Snow bunny.
All his studded leather. Each of the studs now has a little ice spike, and then he's gonna jump down onto. If I can jump onto the back of the big wolf, I'll do that.
Okay. And we're trying to dive at this thing, like.
Yeah.
Funny Dom.
Yes, I am.
That's fair.
No one sounded less sure of something.
Well, I guess do me a favor and roll to hit, and we'll see where we go from there.
What do I add to a top rope elbow drop?
I'm gonna go with charisma.
Yeah, hell yeah. That okay.
For like just the sheer gall.
I
Now
And the
2
lucky
for a
rabbit's foot.
4. Oh wait. Okay, no. Because this is just an attack, right?
Yeah,
Fuck.
I'm
Okay.
definitely going with charisma on this one, for sure.
Yeah, which is like one of my best stats, but
That's
not
good.
2. Gets me a 4.
Oh my god.
It's a rabbit-shaped hole in the snow as he lands next to it.
The wolf just opens wide.
Hear me, beast. Your foe will be Atticus Nefero.
Yeah, and there's just
Bouncy like stringy
Stumble and
noise.
fall more than jump.
there's like the Wile E. Coyote hole in the snow, like, and no one can see Atticus anymore. This was apparently a snow bank. Atticus, you don't take any damage, but 3 points of damage has been dealt to your armor of Agathis, so it is still up. But 3
Okay.
points
That's all
of
you
fall
need, baby.
damage.
That's all
3
you
points
need.
of fall damage has been taken from those temporary hit points.
Good.
Oh my
good.
Oh my
god! This
I
is
will stand up. Then I make the tactical decision to stand up.
Seems
am
like a wise
I?
choice.
How close am I to?
You're right next to it.
All right. Bonus action.
Like right next to
rabbit
its-
hop 10 feet away. Provoking
Okay.
no attack of opportunity.
It lashes out and snaps out at you with its mouth that's probably as big as you, but to no avail. You jump away.
Yes. How about the oath?
That brings us around to you, Cletus.
Oh, fantastic. I'd like to stand up, and then I would like to introduce this wolf next to me to my mallet with prejudice.
Okay.
This is my mallet. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
It's a 14 to hit
Okay. 14 definitely does hit.
for 14 damage.
Well, 14 definitely. What happens as the introductions are made?
2 hands on the mallet, balancing the swear jar still on top of the head, very carefully. Just come down and drive it like a fence post, and it does get driven into the ground.
Oh, and it just kind of buckles under the mallet, and you can hear bones snap and break in this thing's spine as it cries out very briefly in pain before falling.
And I just pick up the mallet. Well, that wolf won't hunt, and I go over and I move over to where Brandy is, and I threaten, in a position to threaten that wolf, and look down at the wolf and go, "You don't know how close you just came to being dominated by Atticus."
Indeed. Domination indeed. Sir Slate?
All right. I am going to stand back up.
A popular
because
move.
the wolf pulled me down. Yeah. First, I'm going to start with my bonus action, and I'm going to use Second Wind.
Excellent.
And I heal for 8 health, putting me 1 off max. Oh no, 8 health puts me to max. Sorry, I took 8 damage. I'm back on 20. Let's go, baby. So I've taken no damage now. I'm gonna look down at the little wolf. I'm gonna start laughing and just bring up the great sword. And I'm gonna play a little chop suey with him.
Goliaths are not overpowered at all in 2024 D&D.
Second Wind is a fighter ability, actually.
I'm aware, but Stone's endurance, sir, is very, very.
Oh, it's fantastic! It's so good. The Cloud Giant, way worse.
It's all very, very good.
Yeah, but did you guys see that rabbit hop I did?
I know.
Pretty sick, actually.
No attack of opportunities at all.
Yeah, man.
No, hit me! I want you to hit me.
So I will do 10 damage.
Yeah. You would have taken it down if you were Atticus. Just saying.
Damn, I wish I was cooler.
You,
I wish I was a Haringon.
I'm down there
wish I
like,
was
why didn't you fools just jump into the trees?
you cleave deep into it, but it is still up. Sir Slate? Is that
That's everything I can do, sir. Thank you.
that brings us to you, Brandy.
Of course, I forgot to make a Constitution saving throw on Hunter's Mark. I will do that now. I easily pass. And I'm going to reapply it now as I take a swig of some whiskey, Brandy's whiskey, and then spit it into this alpha wolf.
Nice.
And then I'm going to attack with the corkscrew. That will miss. The second attack
This guy's the worst
is a
bartender
13
ever.
to hit.
13, unfortunately, just bounces harmlessly off of its thick hide.
As I throw the 2 corkscrews, I'm like, well,
Shit.
that's all I got. No swear jar for me.
Right here. It's right here.
Oh, fudge.
That brings us back to the wolf. Or the wolves, I should say.
Could I, as like a reaction or maybe a free action, could I try and goad them to attack me? Like with an intimidate or something? Like get in their
They're not gonna
faces,
attack you?
scream. I want them to hit me, yeah.
Wait, you think they aren't going to?
Well, actually, I want all of them
Yes.
to go for me, or as many as I can.
As a free action, you can certainly do that.
I will intimidate. That one. I choke on my own phlegm. I make a horrible noise, and I start coughing. It's the most pathetic you've ever seen a 7'10" man ever be. As he'll
Wolves
just
turn away from you, actually.
They're like uncomfortable. They
Like,
don't want to
ooh.
make eye contact.
it's
Might be
me.
disease.
It's not befitting.
Yes, sensing
Sickness
weakness.
will defeat that one.
Sensing weakness in the giant man. They feel as though they've gotten their mark, and
Oh, we can easily kill him. We'll do that next.
no, I feel like you successfully goaded them. The ones that were attacking you continue to attack you.
Hell yeah. I'm as pathetic as they
Part of
want.
the plan.
I'm playing both sides.
Brandy, the large one's jowls clamp down on you once again for 5 more damage, and you are drugged again to the ground. Sir Slate, you're hit again for 4 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
The one,
That's what he says.
the one that got hit with the necrotic is gonna go after the Harengon, I think.
Which one?
You, Atticus. But you deftly dodge its mortal attacks as it.
As I planned.
And the other will stay on you. It will stay on you, D. Ooh, A 22 has already been confirmed to hit. So, 5 points of piercing damage to yourself.
Not good at all.
And you also are once again drugged to the ground, but it is your turn, D.
Jesus. Oh goodness, so many people hurt. So little
Mostly you.
Well,
Oh, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Brandy also just got a bite. So.
I'm feeling a 9 out of 20.
Oh,
All of one today.
yeah.
Well, all right. I am going to reach in my bag and pull out a bottle and chug it real quick.
As you should.
So that will give me 7 points of healing. Thank God.
Ah, the poor man's second wind.
And that is my bonus action. So with my action, I will once again punch a wolf.
Oh,
Yeah.
I still don't think they want to be punched by you.
Oh god damn it. That one's only an 11.
Oh, that's a swear jar. An 11 is not enough.
It sucks. Yeah, I'm kind of fumbling because I take the potion and I kind of throw the bottle and try to swing, and I'm just whiff it.
All right. The only thing that you can think is that this healing potion tastes so much better than the brandy did.
Oh, I am so jealous.
It tastes like one of those the Luden's cherry cough drops, right?
Oh my god, those are so good.
That's the flavor that the healing potion has.
Nice.
Atticus. That brings us back to you, my friend. You are being threatened by this beast that clearly cannot beat you.
Yes. Is this one of the small ones?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And then the big one is near Brandy. Is that right?
that's correct, yes.
And Cletus. We're both next.
Okay.
It does not appear to have been hurt yet, the big one.
It's coming.
Okay. Okay. Then I'll deal with this one that dares challenge me.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Yeah, I'll Eldritch Blast him. Come on. My God. Okay. Nat 3 will be a 7 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Did
How do
you
I want to
actually
do
have
this?
a patron?
Do you have a patron? Well, don't forget
I mean,
your
mechanically, I don't know what my patron is yet. I hear whispering.
It sounds like it from these
He
rolls.
promised me.
Kind of shopping for patrons right
He's-
now, hoping to get spotted.
It's-
you know?
I'm in between patrons at the
something.
moment. It's
So-
been rough.
There's something there, but
He's got a slice, is what it is. Those golf balls are just golf balls.
So,
right?
Eldritch Blast is a ranged attack roll, so go ahead and roll again for me, because you're at disadvantage for trying to throw it in melee.
Roll
could
worse.
I? Well, I mean, I
Yes,
guess
you could.
10% chance.
At this point, I mean, it's just to see if I not one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Please don't.
Please do.
No, it's a nat 2. So
Nice.
not today.
You did get lower, but not
Once
that
again,
bad.
another one of these blue balls of energy flies forward, but misses the wolf. Really, I'm not even sure it was in the right. Like, it came out of his hand and just went backwards. Like
Yeah.
somebody that let go of a bowling
It
ball.
just falls out of your
Yeah,
hand.
like it just went backwards, and you're like,
If you've
what
ever
the-
played Nintendo Wii bowling when you throw it backwards and everyone jumps,
All right. Well, yeah, that's it, I guess.
Very nice, very nice. Cletus.
he
stand there.
dominates.
All right, so I'm.
He's
over
gonna
by the-
crit every orc ever. When we're in the,
Yeah, as soon as we get to the orcs, he's just gonna annihilate.
Keeping it up.
Guaranteed.
I'm over by the big one, and I don't need to stand up because nothing hit me last turn. So I'm just going to take 2 hands, 1 mallet, duck to Brandy, and smash it down. That's a 16.
that'll hit.
Fantastic. It's 14 points of mallet, fence driving mallet damage, and I just look at the thing. And I say, "You're drunk. Go home." That's my turn.
All right. So that brings us around to Sir Slate.
I stand back up and I slice the dog. Bam. 24.
That'll hit.
And I'll take the higher damage of the 2, as I have Savage Attacker. I will take the first one, very much please, which is 11 damage.
What does that look like?
He's going to bring up the greatsword. He can see everyone else fighting towards these dogs, and he feels a little bit left out. So he's just going to charge forward, and he's going to bring it from behind his head, horizontal swing, and as he said before, he's going to remove the skull from this wolf. And cut its head clean off if he can.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Pop, pop, pop. It rolls into the snow as the blood leaks into the white, crisp ground.
Oof. Oof. All right. Anything else for you, sir?
Oh, that's all for me.
Brandy.
Of course. As the concentration from Hunter's Mark, I failed the concentration check. I will recast it on him by spitting in this alpha wolf's face again.
I try and open my mouth again.
After. And I take out 2. I stand up and take out 2 corkscrews.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. First one is a 10 to hit.
Yeah, you do.
Second one is a 13 to hit.
Yeah.
So, then I drink a little bit of that extra whiskey that I put in my mouth. I'm like, this is the best I can do.
Num num indeed. Well, you're clearly not competent, so this alpha wolf is going to turn their attention to the thing that hurt them and attack you there, Cletus.
Rah!
Does a 20? Yes, it does. That'll be 6 points of piercing damage, and you are once again drugged to the ground.
Half to 3.
Yep. And then we've got one on Atticus. Does a 16 hit you, Atticus?
Yes, it does.
Excellent.
Which activates the armor of Agathis, and I will do damage for the first time in this fight.
Yay.
Let's go, baby!
5-fold damage.
That's how you do some
Fool.
damage. Don't attack.
Oh, all according to my plan.
So
Everything is falling into place.
Exactly as Atticus had predicted.
that'll be 4 points of piercing damage to you, which I believe will be enough to drop your armor of Agathis and do a little bit of damage.
Yes.
All right. And then I have one still on D. Does a 18 hit you, D?
It does.
Does 7 points of piercing damage destroy your existence, D?
It did not.
It's a strange way of wording it.
Sure would have if I hadn't drank that potion, but it does not.
All right. And you are once again drugged to the snow. As the relentless attack continues on you, it is your turn.
Go on.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Give it the old slap.
Yeah. I mean, I think that is what's going to happen. Yeah. Punch it in the face. Its wolf face. No, I am not going to do that because I got a natural 1.
No.
Elfman.
Oh, no.
Honestly, I think if you're a caster, you're cursed. Me and Clears do great.
Yeah, I think in this case, you know, that black energy, those black veins on your arm, reach out, and it's learning and has seen this before, right? And so it dodges out of the way and like snaps at your shoulder and bites into your shoulder. And does 4 points of piercing damage.
That's exactly what I had left. I'm out.
As D goes down.
Death becomes D.
That'll bring us to you, Atticus, the hero, the savior.
The damage dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. How is this wolf in front of me looking? How much health do these things have? After 5 damage, how's it look?
Well, it took 5 damage. It doesn't quite look bloodied, but it looks close.
Okay. I am going to rabbit hop away from it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to run over to D.
All right.
I'll go down over to her and be like, "Oh, I'm not done with you yet. Stay alive!" And just sort of like smack you in the face and spare the dying.
Excellent. Excellent. Very good.
And that will be my turn.
Excellent. All right. That brings us to you, Cletus.
All right, so I'm prone but not grappled, or is that correct?
Correct. Yes, that is correct.
Then I'm gonna stand back up, and we're going to play whack-a-dog. Is what it is. Does a 15 hit?
It does indeed.
11 points of damage.
All right.
And I will reiterate, you are drunk.
Well, it's no longer drunk. This time that mallet finds purchase right on its skull, and again the party can hear bone break as blood just kind of splatters all across Brandy's face. Blood and whiskey, I suppose.
Yes. Unleash untold carnage upon them.
Yes, evidently it's a gnome eat dog world.
And that'll bring us back around to you, Sir Slate.
I bring up the great sword, I run over and I go for the big one and I try and stab it to death.
It's already dead.
Oh, I try and
big
stab
one's
the
down.
other one that is left to death. 14.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
Let me roll my damage twice. The first one is highest with 4. Oh, it's not there. Oh no, there it is. Okay, yeah. 13 damage.
That is enough to take that one down as well. Now there's just the one that Atticus had vacated as we roll into your turn, Brandy. It is some distance away from you.
Is some distance less than 20 feet or 20
Correct.
feet?
No, you're good. You're good.
All right.
It is not in melee with you, which makes you feel great.
I love not melee. Because I'm going to reapply my whiskey to that as I wipe off some of the blood and whiskey from my face and fling it at this guy. And then I'm going to throw 2 corkscrews.
Sure.
First one is a 17. Second one is a 19.
They will both hit.
That will be 12 plus 5, which is 17 piercing damage. Corkscrew damage. It's special.
Tell me how you take
It's
down
vulnerable
this.
to corkscrew damage.
Apparently
course.
so. Tell me how that looks.
Yeah. The first one enters right in the forehead. However, the second one hits the left ear, cleaving it clean off.
Nice.
As then I put up my trench
ear.
coat and walk to pick up all my corkscrews.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that will bring us out of combat. And also, I think a good spot for us. Well, I shouldn't say that. Leave D out now. Let's what do we do? What do we do in the next few moments? I suppose, as all of these wolves have been finished.
Yeah, I quickly sever the head from D, so we don't have to worry about it. No, I'm kidding.
Done.
Well done.
D is done.
Just like the donkey.
I take one of my good berry whiskey, brandy whiskey, and
I'm so sorry.
force
D.
it down D's throat.
I wish I had healing that wasn't gross for you.
Oh God, what was that?
Do you want another?
No, thank you.
They're called wolves.
Thank you. But no.
I mean, I'm looking around to see if there are any pigs left.
You don't see any here. No.
Well,
Well,
seems we've
Atticus,
dealt with this pack of wolves. Our
What's the
task is complete.
can't be a full pack if there are no pigs. What do they do with the pigs?
Well, ate them, probably, right?
Then there'd be pig bones or pig carcasses. We got nothing.
So there may be a wolf den, perhaps.
But you know what, Atticus? You dominated. I saw you, buddy.
Spare me
You
your
did something.
platitudes.
Go ahead.
I saved
Do
the
not
girl.
condescend to me.
I saved the girl, didn't I?
Yeah, I think Atticus is like sort of like brooding, probably like sitting down, which makes him even smaller as he's just like sort of like.
All you see is little ears up out of the snow.
Yeah,
He's just like a little round puff, like all
Yeah.
like hunched up.
it's slowly
looks
like
so nice.
it's snowing, like slowly covering me. It's like,
I'm not cute.
I am evil.
instead of visiting terror upon them, I have performed heroism. But he is there, like as D like wakes up, like sort of helping, like the nursing of her, like bring her back up.
I'm gonna cut up my dead horse to make rations.
Oh God. I reach up and kind of like ruffle through like my layers of various blouses and things, and touch. I have on a ribbon around my neck. It's like a small finger bone, and I just kind of touch the finger bone, and there's a quick flash of the sort of like pulse of those dark veins through my neck, and I channel divinity heal myself a little bit more.
Nice.
Y'all wouldn't last 5 minutes on the farm.
Does this happen to you a lot on your farm?
Makes us tough.
Sounds like a fun farm.
He ain't had to wrestle no cows.
These wolves did not seem normal, however. Their ribs were exposed. Flesh. Strange.
You there! I point at the magic people. Explain.
Well, I was pretty much dead a moment ago, so you're gonna have to give me a second.
You are not dead now.
Maybe we just take 5 and have a little whiskey or brandy or whatever, and we'll search and figure this out.
You see
Sure.
Brandy chugging Goodberry whiskey. What?
Yuck.
You must feel so bloated.
After every single fight, you see Brandy going around picking up all the little bottles because even though the good
Checking the
berry,
empty, see if there's a few drops.
the good
Finishing
berries
everyone
fill
else's.
up, but like you still have to have the bottles to
Needs the
store it
bottles.
in, right? Like,
Oh,
you got to recycle the bottles.
That's why he needs a glass blowers kit.
So I think as a light snowfall, just a light snowfall, begins to fall over the calm with the wolves dead, that's where we're going to leave our fledgling Dauntless party, and we'll have
We
to
got a
see what
fence to
happens
rebuild.
next. We'll have to see what happens next in the
All I do is
epilogue.
win.
Thank you all for joining us on this fantastic adventure. Thank you, first off, Carly in the chat, doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much for being here for all of that. Thank you all that watched and joined and enjoyed, and thank you, Rook, for running this. Thank you all for playing and bringing these fantastic characters. And now, let's tell the people where they can find you. Owen?
Yes, again, I am ONJ Ace. You can find me at Ace of Squares on social media. You can find me sometimes here on Hit Points Not Required and sometimes on High Shelf Collective's Twitch, where I sometimes stream there too.
Yay, Lord Wainwright.
You can find me as Lord Wainwright or Wainwright's Works, again, variously on social media, where I will make quick and swift decisions, as Slate would.
That's what we like, swift decisions. And Violet.
Oh, I am Violet, and you can find me right here pretty much all the time. Playing. If I'm not playing in our one shots, I am always hanging out in the chat and talking shit about everyone who is playing, and hanging out and talking more shit during our happy hour streams, and yeah, just basically always here talking shit one way or the other.
Fantastic. Bye.
And you can find me at Violent Fire on Instagram if you want to see high quality pictures of my cats.
Who wouldn't?
Yes.
And if you join our Discord, we have a photo section where you can see high quality pictures of someone's kittens.
baby
Oh,
kittens.
yes.
I may have a couple of newborn baby kittens there that people may want to see, who maybe open their eyes today.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I love
Rook, where could we find you?
Hi, I'm Rook.
That was the beginning. Thank you for playing with us.
No, yeah.
Oh, mysterious.
Thank you all for bringing vibrant characters to the game. Most importantly, Carly, thank you so much for entertaining our guests that are here with us today. Thank you all to the audience for being here, and you can find me here, and that is all.
And
What a wonderful man.
and I am Chuckles. That's Chuck with an L-A-Z. You can find me at that on just about every place on the internet. You can follow me there, see where I'm going to be here, which is most every week. Find me in Tokyo a little later this year, and Vancouver, and all around the world. So just check in and find out, and I will have special giveaways for anybody that does find me at any of the wonderful places where I traverse. But in the meantime, we are going to go take a little nap. Nighty night. It is the end of the night for us, but we thank you all so much for joining us. And remember, hit points are not required to help out a good cause. Night, everybody.